Hello and welcome to Championship Sunday. It's the Clash of Clans World Championships 5th qualifier. 8 clans entered into this qualifier and we have whittled it down to just 4. One of these clans will claim the golden ticket to the World Finals today and go forward to compete for the $1 million prize pool. My name is Banks and I'm your desk host, and joining me on the desk we have Woody and Bash.
Thank you very much, Banks. What an awesome day of Clash we have for you all out there. A golden ticket to hand out, 2 undefeated teams going up against 2 from the lower bracket that have been scrapping back.
Yeah, that's right, Woody. This is going to be such an intense day of action. We've seen so many new strategies since this update and some unique twists on these strategies. We're definitely in store for a great day of Clash of Clans.
Yes, we are. So let's take a quick look at today's playoff bracket. Woody, it's almost impossible to call this one today. So has any clan particularly impressed you so far?
All 4 of these clans have done an amazing job to get here, but the undefeated teams, M.K.M.A. and Maldo, have got to be the standouts, expected to do very well in the first round. But M.K.M.A. had some pretty slim margins of victory over Tribe Gaming and Nova Esports. Definitely not a dominant performance by any means. Tribe and Darkest MuZhan clawing back from the lower bracket showed amazing resilience, and I think Maldo has just done an awesome job picking up 14 stars and then 13 back-to-back. I think that they might have some of the most consistent offense in the game.
Bash, we have a very special show match today. Who's taking part?
That's right. We have last month's qualifier winner, Existence. Remember, they went straight through undefeated. They're going to go up against RTK, who recently won the Korean Championship. That's definitely going to be a great matchup to watch.
It is indeed. Today consists entirely of elimination matches. There's no lower brackets, no second chances. The pressure is definitely on. But before we crack on with the first war, let's hear some predictions from Eric.
You guys were not exaggerating at all when you said this is the most stacked qualifier that we've ever seen. So this next matchup between Darkest MuZhan and M.K.M.A. for the semifinals is a really interesting one. And to make a prediction here, we need to understand what these teams are capable of. So let's quickly talk about what they had to go through to reach this stage today. So first, Darkest MuZhan. They're the more well-known team here. They've been through many of these qualifiers and they did really well, putting up huge numbers and occasionally perfect wars. So we know that they're totally capable of putting up some huge numbers against the right team. But M.K.M.A., their defenses have been struggling a little bit. They've also had a lot of teams putting up some big numbers against them, even though they've been really good on offense. Darkest MuZhan, with that open door, could put up some huge numbers in this war. But this is going to be a slugging match here because M.K.M.A. has their new tactic. They had that dragon attack with skeleton spells and bats, and nobody's prepared to defend against that. Nobody knows how to do it, so nobody knows how to stop it, and nobody is definitely tested against it. So it's going to be really interesting on what these teams do in this next matchup here. It is going to be really close. It's going to be a really high score war, I predict, but I do feel like the wild card tactics, the unorthodox attacks of M.K.M.A. are going to put them over the edge here and put Darkest MuZhan away. So that's my prediction for this match. Back to you guys at the desk.
M.K.M.A. have had a smoother ride to this point, displaying how prepared they were for this qualifier. So if you navigate the fastest route, it only takes 4 wins to claim that golden ticket. So Bash, how would you feel about M.K.M.A. with a pure victory win in this qualifier?
Well, we saw that last month with Existence. They just kept that momentum rolling, and we've seen them just coming out strong right out the gate. And we see some of these stats right here just showing how strong their players have been. It's definitely setting up for a great path if they can go ahead and beat Darkest MuZhan here today.
And Woody, Darkest MuZhan have fought their way out of the lower brackets. So who do you feel is carrying more momentum going into this war?
I gotta say, being undefeated keeps your head high. You know that there's no team that can stand up against you so far, and that gives you a lot of confidence moving forward. But the teams that won the first 2 qualifiers this year came from the lower bracket. There's a scrappy element to be said there, and I think M.K.M.A. and Darkest MuZhan are really evenly matched. Looking forward to seeing how this war plays out.
Well, it is going to be a big war to kick things off. 2 clans have had very different journeys up to this point, but this is Clash of Clans Esports. Anything can happen, and it is time for our first semi-final. It's M.K.M.A. versus Darkest MuZhan, Woody.
The war is underway, and our first attack will be a Queen Charge hybrid. Starting off with a Battle Blimp. Early on, he drops that Siege Machine and will get that Rage spell right on top of the troops getting deployed here. As soon as they go out, oh, actually not going to rage him this time, just relying on those Yetis to knock down a single target Inferno. Big investment of the Siege Machine just to get that one crucial target, but he does get the CC pull as well, and they'll wind out going toward that Archer Queen. Should be an easy snack to grab him there with a Coconut Loon as well on top to protect those healers. This is a nice start for Wei, the MVP of last year's World Championships.
The one and only way getting us go with the Queen Charge Hybrid. You did mention it was a big investment to go ahead and send that Battle Blimp in with the Yeti Bomb. However, he just wanted to make sure he got that single out. He knew he would have to deal with the Clan Castle as he tries to charge in here for the Town Hall, using that Bowler Bounce here on the top side to help set that funnel and set the pathing for the Queen. She's going to have a clear entrance into this base and right towards that Town Hall. And also, look at this, Woody. That wall is open so she can get to the enemy Queen and the scatter shot if she so chooses to.
And cracking through a lot of compartments. We've got a lot of different super troops to choose from, but Wei's gone for the super wall breakers this time to give an easy access for his Archer Queen, charging straight through with healers well protected. There's nothing to challenge their supremacy. Aerial Super might push him back a little bit, but there's not a whole lot of damage going in on the Queen. And meanwhile, the main phase of the attack has started. Wei sends his Grand Warden in to support the Miners, and the Hog Riders creeping into the bottom right compartment. They encounter two enemy heroes. Royal Champion goes down. Eagle is finished off. Barbarian King is knocked apart. A Grand Warden Eternal Tone goes off a little early to protect him from the Grand Bomb going off, but that Giant Bomb cannot stop them with the heal spell right on top. Wei is going for the triple.
These troops are finally getting over to those scatter shots. Woody, this is looking like a great start here for Darkest MuZhan. The Miners and Royal Champion can go ahead and take down that enemy Queen, and we still have the Queen charging on the top side. The last few defenses are getting ready to go down. Oh my goodness, Wei from Darkest MuZhan starting us off with an epic 3-star.
What an overwhelming show of force. Just barely lost his Royal Champion at the end there, but nearly had all three heroes up. Or still has three heroes remaining at full health. Wei has really put the pressure to M.K.M.A. What an overwhelming performance to start things off. That triple really just showing the capabilities of Darkest MuZhan.
And one of the things that was key in that attack was he used that Bowler Bounce to get those outside buildings, those non-defensive buildings on the top side, so that Queen would charge right in there after that Yeti Bomb. Yeti Bomb pulling off the Clan Castle so it could be dispersed of, and it set up great pathing for that hybrid to sweep right on through that base. That's exactly how you want to start this. Remember, all the matches are elimination matches today. There's no second chances. You can't leave anything on the table. You gotta go all out, and we have KLY from M.K.M.A. looking to do just that with a Lalo attack here, Woody, and it looks just like a straight up classic Sui Lalo.
KLY is undefeated. All of his attacks so far have been triples. 3 stars for M.K.M.A. have kept them afloat and above the competition, knocking out Tribe and Nova Esports, 2 huge names in the Clash of Clans competitive scene. He's looking to do so again with the 3-peat here against Ty's base from Darkest MuZhan. Early stab in here with the Sui Heroes is going to knock out 2 major compartments in the top side of this base, opening up for a triple Lava Hound Laloon to float on in next. Royal Champion tosses the shield, but she gets burnt up by the single target Inferno. That's going to be a pretty big loss for KLY on the bottom right side. He was almost certainly hoping to finish off that Inferno before the main phase of the attack.
I think he was also looking to get that Stop Inferno with the King. However, the Clan Castle troops distracted him, so the Queen's going to go down here. He's going to have to deal with these lava pups. It's not a ton of lava pups, so it's not the end of the world, but you never want any defending Clan Castle troops chasing around your balloons. Remember, those balloons, they're only targeting defensive buildings, so they're not going to be able to fight off any lava pups. So he goes ahead and uses the minions to disperse of those, and we have that Lalo flying in from the top portion of this base. He's going to go right in at the Town Hall. At the moment, we have a Battle Blimp selected, but we may see that switch over to a Stone Slammer as this starts to push further into the base.
This attack has already lost a lot of momentum early on. Single target Inferno's burning up Lava Hounds way before KLY had expected it to. Pops that free spell and a Grand Warden Eternal Tone to protect the balloons that remain over the Town Hall, but he has already lost a big chunk of this raid. He's making his way to the center right now as Tesla Farms pop up and start zapping down those balloons. One by one, they are falling down without any tanks out in front to protect them. KLY is having a really rough time of it. Freezes that Eagle Artillery to slow things down a little bit more, but the haste spells are not going to be enough to get those balloons back on target. 3 stars are way too much to ask for with so much still standing up, and KLY falls short of the victory he sought.
Definitely not the start he was looking for, as he used that Battle Blimp to bring out an Electro Dragon and some balloons to take down that scatter. The remaining balloons just got 8 up in the center of this base. That sweeper pushing them all around. This one definitely did not go to plan. This Electro Dragon's going to try to get just a few more percentage points, and the Grand Warden going to be stuck here on the Royal Champion as this bow is going to shoot him down. Oh no, not the start KLY was looking for sure. Darkest MuZhan in a commanding spot after the first 2 attacks here, Banks.
Yes, a 68% 2-star, rather disappointing opener for M.K.M.A, especially when you're going up against a powerhouse name like Wei from Darkest MuZhan, bringing in a triple when it means the most. This is Championship Sunday. You lose this war, you go home. So M.K.M.A have really got a lot of work to do from here on out, Woody.
That was not just the lowest percentage hit from M.K.M.A so far. That was the lowest percentage hit from M.K.M.A and both them and Darkest MuZhan. It is going to be an extremely difficult slog uphill for M.K.M.A after this point. Darkest MuZhan pulling off the triple to start things off, and a really high percentage differential just on that one attack. 25 plus from Darkest MuZhan is going to be the next. Might even be able to put the nail in the coffin early on with this hit. It's going to be Miners and Hog Riders with one little Yeti to help provide some additional funneling. 25 plus encounters a Tesla farm in the bottom left corner, and that's going to put a little bit of a damper in this early hit. But with healers to support this Archer Queen, she's going to slowly start working her way through. Wizards will go down, not going to get any more additional damage on that bottom left side, but I think he's got a plan after all to get the funneling done. What is it looking like to you, Bash?
This is a really unique approach here with the wall wrecker. Rather than trying to wall break in here, he has sneaky goblins actually selected as his super troop, but he's going to use that wall wrecker to get even further into the base, as we see an ice golem, 2 ice golem combination with a baby dragon and balloon to freeze up that single target inferno, and that queen will have a nice path right here to both of the scatter shots. Great use of the wall wrecker to get in there, and the ice golems to help freeze everything down as that lava hound pops. If he can get to this single, that queen's got to move a little bit faster. If he can get this single down, which it does, this is looking like a really great start to this attack.
DC's pulled out, scatter shots firing away, but it's not clipping onto the healers out back. A raid spell to get that Archer Queen back on track, and a freeze to back her up as well. A lot of damage being dumped onto her, but 25 plus is not going to give up without a fight since the healers end, and they are doing their best to keep that Archer Queen alive. She finally knocks down the Town Hall for the first star, and will finish out the scatter shot right after. I think that they are on path to victory. 25 plus starts the main phase of the attack now with the Barbarian Key providing some funneling on the outside. Big Eternal Tome to protect those troops as they encounter a multi-target Inferno trying to burn them up, but they are going on a rampage, Bash.
That Barbarian King set the funnel nicely, and now we have all of these hogs, all of these miners working through the middle of this base. Great use of the Warden's Eternal Tome there, as you mentioned. That scatter shot turned onto the hogs and miners as the queen got out of range, so use the Eternal Tome to protect from a little bit of damage. We still do have the Eagle Artillery and a couple of heroes down here in this bottom portion. The queen has now broken out, and she is walking through the bottom of the base. We have the queen's ability in hand with that Royal Champion, and look at all of those miners in the core of the base. They're going to get held up on the king, but this is looking like it's got a shot, Woody, with 2 hero abilities still remaining.
Smashing success for 25 as he cracks through the bottom layer of this base. Nothing to stop him at this point, and Darkest MuZhan will go back with another triple. What a huge pickup for them in this war. KLY from M.K.M.A's base is not going to stand this time around. Another crushing defeat for them.
That's right, 25 plus for Darkest MuZhan, putting them out even further, back to back 3 stars. M.K.M.A is gonna be under a ton of pressure with their next attack. They have to respond now, especially with that lower percentage attack. They really need a triple from their next attacker, Tuho, and we'll see if he can do just that as he gets ready to go in. And it looks like, Woody, we saw this a lot yesterday, well, he got some super witches with those big boys.
Oh yeah, Super Witch is the new favorite troop from Tri Gaming, picking up the win yesterday by using only Super Witches. Looks like Tuho from M.K.M.A learned a thing or two and is ready to try his hand at this attack strat as well. He's brought a lot of additional troops to provide some funneling along the outer edge. Baby Dragon, Miners, some Wizards, and Balloons. He's got a plan for everything, and is doing a great job early on here. Does encounter a Tesla on that right corner a little bit sooner than he expected, and that's going to cause him to lose that Baby Dragon. Doesn't get quite as much damage as he was maybe hoping for, but the Warden Walk is starting off pretty well here. Hasn't taken a whole lot of damage yet, and with that raid spell, actually misses the healers, but it's not too much of a problem. They'll wander into range and stay nice and safe for the early phase of this attack. Big boys do work pretty slowly though, and Tuo's got to be worried about time at this point. He's almost 45 seconds in.
Yeah, so this is really sketchy as far as time goes. We're at 2 minutes 10 seconds before he deploys the Super Witches, and we've talked about this attack numerous times where time is your biggest enemy. Usually those Super Witches can stay behind the big boys, so it's no problem. However, when you wait 50 seconds to deploy, you're already up against the gun, but he did a great job using that Warden Walk to get out that scatter shot, and here we go. Woody, we're going right in through the middle of the base. The Witches, the Queen, the Warden, all going in towards that Town Hall. The King's down on the bottom side, helping set the funnel, push everything through. The Town Hall falls, and we have our first star secured for 2-0.
Multi-target Infernos are locking onto those Super Witches, and that is not what 2-0 was hoping for. He needs to take those down nice and fast, or those Witches are going to get burnt up. They are spread out and not getting the benefit from those healers, and they are now starting to take fire directly themselves. Expo's locked onto one of the Super Witches, and it is going down. Barbarian King wanders into action and will start to distract some of the big boys out there. 2-0 is having a little bit of trouble as he's only got a couple of Super Witches left and a lot of base left to take on. Holding onto a jump spell to freeze, he's got the ability to go the distance here, but will these troops follow along with him? Super troops wandering down to the bottom and outside, get some support from the Hog Riders, but will it be enough, Bash?
Oh, he's got only a few key defenses, but they are well tucked away. We're going to need those big boys to kind of bounce into this left-hand compartment. I was hoping that P.E.K.K.A could maybe get that storage out, and it does. And it looks like the big boys will go up into that compartment. However, look at this, Woody. We're coming up against time with 39 seconds remaining. 2-0's got to get a move on. Royal Champion's doing her best. Free spell coming in to protect here. Can he get through here? There's not too many more buildings, but time is ticking here, Woody.
He's still got a chance. 25 seconds left. He's already deployed the Royal Champion ability, tosses out the last jump spell, and there's no walls that will stop this raid from being a 3-star. But does he have the firepower to get it done? 15 seconds left. Only 2 buildings. He's done it, Bash. A triple for M.K.M.A, and they will stay alive.
2-0 manages to secure the first triple on the board for M.K.M.A. That is exactly what they needed at this point. Having come up against Darkest MuZhan, bringing in 2 triples back-to-back off the rip. And what an impressive Queen Walk from 25 plus as well. It's so impressive, dropping her right at the start of his raid and lasting right the way through to the end. Got so much value there, Bash.
Yeah, so much value from this one. And I think on this last attack from 2-0, one thing that wasn't really saw is that Royal Champion, rather, her pedestal was still up at the end, but he had 1 miner. He sent that 1 miner in to prevent that time fail from happening. Clutch cleanup there from 2-0, and that's what M.K.M.A needed to stay alive. B is gonna look to respond for Darkest MuZhan, and it looks like we got Zat Hogs, mass Hog Riders here. We do have a couple of Yetis and a Golem, so we may see a small kill squad, meaning that he's gonna use those troops to kind of push in and take out some key structures, perhaps take out the clan castle and take out whatever else he can get. A lot of times you want to try to get some enemy heroes down for the Hog Riders as well.
Nice pickup there, Bash. Didn't notice that Royal Champion platform going down at the end. Really good move there. Last second pick to send in the miner to finish that off. All right, next up we've got B from Darkest MuZhan. He started off this series with 2 2-stars, but picked up a triple in his last war against INTZ. That was what carried them on to victory and put them into the playoffs here and now. Can he justify that performance once again with a rather unconventional pick here, going back old school with the Golem to support a Hog Rider push? He's starting off with sweet heroes on this left side to dive deep into the space, and he's getting a lot of damage early on. Lightnings and Earthquakes cracked through to the CC, and Bash, this is an unusual approach that he's got here, but I think he's getting quite a bit of value early on.
Yeah, this is getting far into the base. That Golem doing a great job tanking for the heroes. That Royal Champion actually came in and tried to get some value, but she missed the scatter shot. However, he sends in a few hogs to get that scatter shot down, and Woody, the Town Hall, goes down quickly here to start this attack off with the first star.
Archer Queen and Barbarian King still standing on the bottom right, and those are going to be the key targets for the 3 headhunters that B has brought along here. He's got to wait for a little bit, though. Those Hog Riders are going to sweep along this base in a clockwise formation, taking on this Eagle Artillery relatively soon. Not too worried about that single target Inferno, but the multi right next to those 2 heroes is going to be a massive amount of damage. That's what he's saving that last heal spell for. A huge amount of splash damage about to crush onto these Hog Riders, and he's got to use this timing perfectly. Pops the Eternal Tome to protect him from most of the damage, and here we go. The main counter in this attack is happening right now, Bash.
He coming in with those Hog Riders. He's just got a few more defenses remaining. He still has that free spell in hand, but look at that. We got a pack of Hogs up here to protect and get down these last few defenses. We got Wizards on the back end. Woody, this is looking really strong. If I recall properly, B used a similar strategy with the mass Hog Riders yesterday to another base. Oh no! The Wizard Tower takes down the remaining Hogs there, Woody.
He dropped the free spell on the Archer Tower in Tesla, and I gotta question whether that was the right move. With still a Wizard Tower and Bomb Tower right behind, you gotta wonder why he wanted to use it earlier on rather than to shut down those two defensive splash structures. Still, he's got a lot of cleanup troops along the top right side there. Wizards and Headhunters can deal out a massive amount of damage. Even with just 30 seconds left, he needs some protection from this Grand Warden. Hopefully it can lock onto an Archer Tower sooner rather than later. But, oh no, there's no tanking left here.
Oh, it was looking so good, Woody, and then that Bomb Tower, Wizard Tower combination in the last compartment. I agree with what you said there. If he maybe saved that freeze for those two splash defenses, he may have had it, because there was a lot of Hogs in there, and the Warden rather got stuck on a storage there at the end rather than the Archer Tower, and it is going to be a 96% 2-star for B, so still a really high percentage. Remember, M.K.M.A.'s miss was a pretty low percent 2-star, so Darkest MuZhan still going to be out in front, but M.K.M.A. is going to have to respond with another triple.
They sure will. I really noticed that Giant Bomb dealing a lot of damage in that bottom compartment too. Just a few unfortunate factors there contributing to that 2-star, but still it's a really high percentage one. Darkest MuZhan will clearly have the percentage advantage, and with 2 triples already on the board, they can afford to get a 2-star like that. YWW though cannot afford to miss. M.K.M.A. need the triple just to get back on pace with stars, and will need to follow up with even more if they want to get the victory and move on to the grand finals. Warden on the bottom left side of the space will get some funneling to start off with. Might go into the Warden walk as well with his healers to support. He's got 4 super witches, so M.K.M.A. feeling very confident with this strat. Saw success in their last hit and are seeking to replicate that against this base. Lots of pretty big compartments that he's focusing on here. Got a little bit of early damage against the Eagle Artillery, but didn't quite knock it out, Bash.
That's right. No Eagle going down there, but he is going to start the Witches with the big boys. The King's going to work that bottom side to funnel in and get everything moving through the Town Hall. We do have one jump, which will actually give us access to most of the base as we jump through, probably right near that expo. But check this out, Woody. We got 3 of the brand new Super Minions on defense. They're going to shoot at a further range, and this seems to slow down Witches just a little bit, but he's got that poison spell down on him, and the Queen and Witches are now stepping up to take out these Super Minions from the Clan Castle.
The Super Witches are all still really healthy with that poison and jump right in the core. He's not going to have any problem knocking over this Clan Castle and then continuing on. A multi-target Inferno in the top left corner could cause some problems for these Super Witches, especially when it's backed up with those 2 heroes protecting. The King and Queen are waiting for this encounter to start, but YWW's already picked up the first star with the Town Hall going down. Eternal Tone protects the Super Witches from a massive amount of damage coming in from these cannons. Those healers are going to get them topped off back again too. I'm a little bit worried about time now though. With a minute 13 left, he's only barely taken out half of the base bash.
That's right, and that's the biggest issue with this attack usually. However, we have Hog Riders coming out on the left-hand side, so they'll help speed things up just a little bit along with that Royal Champion. But you're right, Woody. Time is always an issue with the Super Witches. The Queen's doing her best to get as many of these defenses down. She gets out that multi-target Inferno on the back end. However, the single is going to be an issue as it locks on to the Royal Champion, and she has no spells to help protect her, and she's going to get burned to a crisp right there.
Needed to get those Hog Riders in there before her if he wanted to protect that Royal Champion. A lot of damage missing from this attack now. YWW has got those Super Witches and they are ready to go the distance, but they do not have the speed and efficiency of damage to get the triple this time around. A lot left still in that left corner, and he has got so much work left to do with only 23 seconds to do it. It looks like M.K.M.A. are just trying to pick up more percentage at this point, Bash.
That's right. You want to run up as much percent as possible. You do see that one tech and miner just to help out the cleanup, but he is not going to have enough time as he has plenty of troops, but the Super Witches and those big boys just move really slowly through the base, and he's going to leave up a few structures here on the outside. Just did not quite get over there, and we're going to finish it off with that 93% for M.K.M.A. Banks.
Yes, a 93% 2-star, a high percentage 2-star, but you need to do better than that at this stage in the game. YWW not bringing in his typically higher performances just then, but are we looking at a Super Witch meta right now? I mean, we were seeing a lot of Flybrid at the beginning of this qualifier, and now we're seeing a lot of Super Witch attacks here, Bash.
It's really interesting to see the change. Perhaps Tribe Gaming using those Super Witches. Remember, they used 5 Super Witches. Maybe that opened up other clans' eyes to the Super Witch power. And we're going to have Kartik coming in with not Super Witches, but regular Witches here, Woody. And he's going to go ahead and take out that scatter shot in the top compartment and set up some nice pathing for these Witches to work their way through the space.
Yeah, he even dropped a Barbarian in the top left side there, apparently looking around for a Tesla, just trying to seek out anything that could cause delays or problems for this Warden walk here. He's going to get a few drops with this balloon as well, looking around for seeking air mines. Doesn't catch one, but nice pickup there from Kartik. And I agree with you on what you said about the Super Witches. I think that Tribe Gaming's pickup yesterday with them really opened the eyes for a lot of clans. But this time around, it's going to be the regular Witches. Those single target Infernos a bit too scary for the big boys to deal with, and instead we're going for the big swarm effect. That scatter shot in the bottom corner is going to be the main problem for Kartik going in with this attack. It can deal a lot of splash damage to a lot of skeletons at once, and so he's got to keep his troops safe from that if at all possible.
That's right, and he's going to use the king here on the right-hand side with a few witches. This is just going to help set the funnel and push everything inside as we see a swarm of skeletons from those regular witches. I almost called them super witches. I'm so used to seeing the super witches at this point. But those regular witches going to go ahead and spawn up multiple skeletons, whereas the super witch spawns up just one big boy, and they're going to work their way in and try to get the town hall down. He did send in both super wall breakers, trying to perhaps just get that double layer wall break from the get-go, but missed right there. And here we come with the clan castle troops, and that town hall is activated. It's going to burn these troops up really quickly.
He's brought in Ice Golem in his CC. The defenses for M.K.M.A are going to really slow things down here. As soon as it pops off, Kartik's attack might run into a bit of trouble. Fortunately, though, he does manage to take out the Town Hall before then, and with the Eternal Tome protects the troops from that blast. He's going to carry on, still going strong. Bottom right compartment's got that Eagle Artillery, a crucial target to take down as quickly as possible. Headhunters moving over on the bottom right side. Oh, excuse me, those are Wizards. Supported with the P.E.K.K.A. That Siege Barracks is going to help additional funneling. Big Tesla farm in the bottom corner is going to be difficult for Kartik to crack through. That scatter shot going to deal a lot of damage on the front side, and a lot of single target damage right behind it. Is going to be the last line of defense for this base. Can he do it, Bash?
We're going to see as these hogs come into that scatter shot. As you mentioned, that scatter shot's going to deal mass damage, and it will take these witches down in one fell swoop. And we already see lots of witches getting taken out. We got those hogs trying to do their best to clear this Tesla farm, but that bottom compartment at the 6 o'clock position proving to be too much as it took down a huge chunk of the army. He still has a few witches up. However, the queen went down. We have that royal champion, but there are 2 single target Infernos. Woody, he's going to have to hope those skeletons can get out in front here and provide a little tanking. Oh no! Oh, that single's low. I think the RC's going to be fine on that one, but this next one's going to be a rough one, Woody.
Out of time, Bash. 5 seconds left, and they'll tick up their overall percentage a bit higher. Darkest MuZhan with any triple can shut M.K.M.A out of contention, but not finding it this time around. M.K.M.A have still got a very narrow window. They need back-to-back triples to pull ahead of Darkest MuZhan. They almost certainly won't win on percentage, so they really need those stars. It's all coming down to the wire. Let's take one more quick look at the replay as we see that encounter with the Town Hall burning through quite a few of the witches and forcing out early offensive spells and abilities from Kartik just to keep his forces alive. It was really that bottom corner that was too much for him to handle at the end, Bash.
Great use of the Warden ability on that Town Hall. As you said, it started to burn those troops up. He recognized that, used that Warden's ability, but that Scattershot Tesla farm combo was absolutely nasty on that attack. And we're going to have M.K.M.A, who was just on defense, coming in with some offense. And here we see it. Woody, you called to it earlier. We saw this a lot earlier in the qualifier. The Flybrid attack, the dragons and the super minions going to be used in tandem to try to take this base down quickly. We also have those 5 skeleton spells and the 2 bats along with 2 lightnings. What is going on with this attack, Woody? There's so many different spells going on.
Massive mayhem in the top compartment as a poison spell goes down to try to clip onto the CC troops. An early Eternal Tome to protect these dragons and super minions. But will he regret it with a big explosion coming out from the Town Hall very shortly? Drops the bomb, and with the battle blimp exploding, balloons and dragons pop out for additional firepower. MK is not wasting any time at all. This is not going to be a time fail, Bash. He is really putting everything on the line with this early hit, dropping so many spells it's hard to keep track. 4 skeleton spells brought for the backside heroes, and that is going to be a massive investment in even more swarm troops to support.
Those skeleton spells are coming in to distract not only the single turn Inferno, but the bomb tower of the enemy king. And we get down that first scatter shot. He's trying to use those bats to take down the scatter shots, but it's not working that well. Oh no, the bats go down, and these dragons are fading fast. He got into this attack really quick, but the dragons are taking so much damage now, and they're gonna have to deal with the scatter shot and the air defense. Oh no, Woody, this is not gonna get there at all. He still has the world champion and the queen, but I just do not foresee this one ending well.
Neither do I, Bash. M.K.M.A really spent all of his energy much too early in this attack, and without any additional offensive support, he's going to be left high and dry. These poor heroes are going to be ticked away by so many defensive buildings in the bottom and bottom left corner that even with the Archer Queen and Royal Champion abilities, I don't think it's going to be enough. Skeleton spells have been deployed to try to provide some additional insulation here, but that's a lot of base left. It's not going to be a time fail, just like we knew, but wow, the damage has really dumped into his forces, and without any healers or heal spells to top them back off, those super minions did not get the job done this time, Bash.
He's trying his hardest, but with that Royal Champion being up in that final compartment, he's not going to quite have enough, and it was a big risk here. He took 9 tech spells here. He took 5 skeletons, 2 bats, and 2 lightnings. Those aren't really going to push that main force along. Those were used as more of a support role, so the dragons started to fade out fast as he didn't really have the spell support behind it. 89% is definitely not what M.K.M.A needs here. They're going to have to hope that Darkest MuZhan falters on their final attack. This archer going to come in and try to get down that storage, but even that I don't think is going to be enough as she works through this, Woody.
Well, the hotter the flame burns, the quicker it burns out. M.K.M.A hits hard but can't keep the lasting power for the triple. An 89% 2-star means Darkest MuZhan have a commanding lead, Banks.
They do indeed. M.K.M.A just threw the kitchen sink at that one, and it just didn't pay off. It fizzled out. This isn't really the M.K.M.A that we've seen over the past 2 days. They already defeated Nova Esports and Tribe, and this just doesn't look like they've come through on Championship Sunday. Maybe it's nerves getting the better of them, the pressure of the main stage. Maybe that's what it is. What do you think, Bash?
Well, I know that I am nervous just casting this matchup, so I can only imagine how these players are feeling. When now we have Ty from Darkest MuZhan coming in with the Zap Drags here. Gonna use those 5 lightning spells, 1 earthquake to take out not only that single target Inferno, but take out an Expo as well. And here we go with some hasted balloons to try to get in some of these defenses. And right here, Woody, this could secure the victory for Darkest MuZhan. If Ty can get a triple, they go ahead and they move on to that grand final later today.
Even a high percentage 2-star might be more than M.K.M.A could catch up to with a triple of their own. The best that they can reach is 12. Darkest MuZhan could get 12 with just the 2-star here, so that early strike at the Town Hall is going to be really important. No slip-ups, just play it safe and conservative. Ty should have enough to come over the top and deny M.K.M.A with their final attack. Not even a chance to make it through.
And this is one thing we've seen with these dragon attacks is it's pretty secure to go at the Town Hall. Usually you set the funnel and just run the dragons right at the Town Hall. And really what you can do here, if you want to be super safe, save that siege machine, and just in case you have to send a blimp at it, but Ty is going to get these dragons working right in towards that level 5 Town Hall 13. The Giga Inferno pops, but it's not going to be enough to slow these dragons down. 1 star secured. The 2nd star is going to be incoming here shortly, Woody.
It sure will, and those dragons are still going deep and fast. Big support from that Warden on the backside will keep them alive a lot longer. Air bombs going off, but that's not going to be enough to shut down these big guys. Tornado Trap does go off, though, and a sinking air mine catches 1 dragon, starting to finally slow things down. Ty's forces on attack are having a grand time here. A field day in the center of the space, wrecking through with so much firepower, demolishing these structures. I think he's done it, Bash. Still has got a free spell to add on top if you want some additional support out the back, but it looks like as he's crawling above 70% into the 80s, Darkest MuZhan may be so far that M.K.M.A can't even catch up.
I think you're right there, Woody. Look at that percentage difference on the screen right now. 96.5 average percent destruction through 4 attacks, and this one going to get into the 80s is going to be enough, I believe, for Darkest MuZhan. But look at this strong finish here from Ty, giving it all he's got, trying to make sure that his clan is going to move on to that grand final, and Darkest MuZhan came out the gates really strong, finished up nicely here. He still has a few cleanup forces as that baby dragon's going to take out this archer tower. The goblin's going to try to get down that elixir collector, and they just don't quite get there. Woody at 85% here, maybe just what the doctor ordered for Darkest MuZhan.
Excellent job. They will in fact be uncatchable. Darkest MuZhan over the top with that high percentage 2-star finish, cannot be surpassed. M.K.M.A with 1 attack left are going to be left in a lurch because there is nothing that they can do to advance at this point. Clash bashing.
That's right. Really unfortunate for M.K.M.A. As Banks kind of mentioned earlier, they kind of came out really strong in the earlier wars, and in this war it almost looked like a different clan, and we've seen a few different strategies being used by them. We saw a lot of the drags and super minions in previous wars, but we're seeing these super witch attacks maybe trying to adapt and improvise a little bit too much and not playing to their own strengths, as XC from M.K.M.A is going to come in with another super witch attack on 25+'s base.
M.K.M.A were leading really heavily on Tuho and KLY. They're 2 3-star hitters, and we just haven't seen the triples come in from their clanmates this month. That's what kept them a little bit too short in this war against Darkest MuZhan, which only got 12 stars, not really an overwhelming performance. We've seen 13s and 14s come out from them and their opponents before, so they've kind of just snuck through to the grand finals, but maybe it's a switch to focusing on defensive prowess rather than offense that will keep them alive in the next war. XC from M.K.M.A nevertheless will do his best to find his first triple in this matchup. M.K.M.A may have been undefeated, but that doesn't matter a whole lot when you go on to the playoffs and it's single elimination. All of a sudden, one war can send you packing, Bash.
That's right, no more double elimination. You lose, you go home here on Championship Sunday. We got those big boys bouncing over those walls. We got headhunters taken down out of the clan castle, and that lava hound's going to distract the super witches and archer queen as those big boys activate the town hall. But however, they get rid of it really quickly through that rage spell, and there's a jump to open up that center compartment. Woody, he's got nice pathing through the middle of the space.
Sure does. Jump spell right into the middle means he's got an easy path through, hopping over walls and not finding much trouble with it. But can he keep these forces on track? Heroes are locking them down, and that is a big roadblock they're facing off against. Where we see the big additional force coming in on the bottom, though, is going to be those Hog Riders backed up with the Siege Barracks Wizards. They're trying their best to knock through these single target Inferno, but man, it's taken them a long time to do it. Finally moving on to the multi-target now with support from the World Champion. They have got a big task ahead of them, and I don't think XC's forces can do it. A minute left and still a third of the base standing strong. Eagle Artillery firing away and popping these troops down.
That back-end Eagle Artillery is just too much for these troops. The witches are still going strong with a few wizards, but that queen got too far out in front and she got taken down. We'll see that World Champion's ability popping right here, throwing that Seeking Shield throughout the base. But as you mentioned, Woody, so much base remaining with so little time, and also the super witches going down quickly hurt things as that World Champion falls down. XC not gonna have enough to get this one to a tie ball game, and Darkest MuZhan looking to move to that grand final later today.
Hit rates from all squads taking a big dip in this war. M.K.M.A has had some really great defenses set up, though. I gotta hand it to them. Their base building skills are second to none, denying Tribe Gaming, Nova, and finally falling to a grand finals participant now in Darkest MuZhan. This 12-11 scoreline shows how strong the defenses were holding up this last war, and will close out victory for Darkest MuZhan.
Darkest MuZhan will be advancing into the finals later today, so make sure you stick around for that. Massive congratulations both Both clans played incredibly well throughout that, showed a lot of variety in their attacks, but what a way to kick off Sunday's finals. Darkest MuZhan kept their cool throughout, and they showed why they should be here at this stage in the qualifiers. So what stood out for you in that war, Woody, while we check out these stats?
Defense wins wars. Take a look. Only 11 stars and 87.4% for M.K.M.A. They were really set back by the bases setup this time from Darkest MuZhan. And you know, Darkest MuZhan took a big hit here too. They're such a strong attacking clan, picking up 14 stars in their war against INTZ, coming back with 12 and then another 12 later on. It seems like they were finally kind of hitting the roadblock that they had feared. So I'm not sure if that bodes well for them in the grand finals, but they will still live on and get a rest now as they watch Nova Maldo and Tribe Gaming go at it.
Yes, exactly. Now I'm going to hand you over to one of our favorite Clash of Clans streamers and content creators who's picked up one of the best attacks to break down from that war. It's Lady B at the Telestrator.
Thanks so much, Banks. What an incredible war and victory for Darkest MuZhan. And one of the key attacks that I absolutely loved from the start here was the hybrid. We're starting to see ground coming back again and way clearly displayed what those key things are here for the hybrid if you want to do it there at home. And that is proper pathing from your heroes. But he started off with that assist from the Yeti blimp here, and that helps out the Queen quite a bit by eliminating the single targeting Inferno. Because your heroes are so key to your pathing here, you need to ensure that they have the health to survive and move along with it. And the elimination of that single gives the Queen a nice smooth path moving into the Town Hall chamber. Taking down the Town Hall here is going to be a great move a little bit further in the raid as she continues the path along, because we get to see the Grand Warden ability used later in the raid here as well in combination with the Rage. So as the Queen continues to move along, we'll start seeing this beautiful pathing with that blimp and the Queen charge that starts shaping up. But the other use that you're going to see here to help the funnel is the King. And this King was pretty epic, I'm going to say, because he comes along the outer edge. Once the Queen is set, he knows the motion is moving along. We're going to see that big push for the King to come in with that assist here. And this is the ninth big deep dive that we want to see for the hybrid coming into the core of the base. But let's talk about spells here, because we get to see some properly stacked spells coming in, heal dropped, raid dropped, not overlapping them, and getting that Warden ability tome popped off to get maximum value out of that rage spell, because overlapping a heal with it would just force it out. So beautiful use of the spells. And then even we get to see a freeze coming down that he's reserved here to hold off the scatter shot. So this was great value of his spell combinations, but clearly we can see the value of the heroes as the Queen continues the path around and that King continues along that outside edge, all for that finishing push to the 3 stars. So again, if you want to do this at home, remember how key your heroes are here to the push of your pathing and keeping the momentum moving along for your hybrids. And now we head into the next match, but first we're going to hear predictions from Eric.
All right, guys, it's time once again for predictions as we go into this semifinals match between two of the biggest name teams in Clash of Clans. It's Tribe Gaming versus Nova Maldo. Now, these teams are running out of opportunities to get this golden ticket. For a lot of these players, this might be their last opportunity if they don't get it today. So the pressure is very serious. But both of these teams are definitely capable of handling that pressure. They've been in this situation many times before and unable to get that golden ticket in the previous ones, but they might be able to use their experience to help them fight through this one. So Tribe Gaming changed their tactics drastically in the last round there, going for very safe attacks, using zaps to funnel for witches and driving witches through the town hall. And not just regular witches, we're talking super witches, and they've been super powerful, bringing 5 super witches into every single attack with the extra 20 troop space we got from the last update. So it's been super effective, but there's not a lot of strategy to it. It's just kind of taking advantage of the current meta and the current strength of the Super Witches, and it might open the door for Nova Maodou to be able to sweep in here and go in with the more traditional attacks, take the risk that Tribe Gaming is not taking, and put some extra stars on the board there, as long as they don't mess it up and get a 1-star if Tribe Gaming is unable to hold them off with the traps on defense. So it's going to be really interesting, but I am predicting Nova Maodou for the win on this one, and I did predict Tribe Gaming in the previous ones, and they weren't able to deliver, so we kind of have to go against them and maybe even reverse jinx it. We'll see what happens, but that's going to be our prediction. Nova Maodou, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Lady B, for breaking down that attack, and Eric for your predictions. We now have our first finalist. The golden ticket to the World Finals is just one match away for Darkest MuZhan. So moving into our second playoff match, we have the Master Caster and the Martial Arts Mammal joining us. It's Carbon and Judo. Welcome to the desk. It goes without saying that we have huge expectations for these next two clans. So set the scene for us. Who is looking dominant, Carbon?
We've been seeing so many clans so far. We saw Darkest MuZhan in that very first 4 advancing, but here today we have Nova Maodou taking on Tribe Gaming. The big storyline here is Nova Maodou is the defending world champions, and we have Tribe Gaming, which they came in with 5 super witch attacks in the previous war.
Judo, Tribe defeated Nova Esports to get here. So is there a revenge match lurking where Nova are looking out for their sister clan?
I think there certainly is, and at this stage, there will be no risks. If you lose, you go home, and let's remember, Tribe Gaming have been in this position for 2 qualifiers this year, so they will be wanting to break the curse.
Well, Nova Maldo have had a clear path through this qualifier, and Tribe have had to claw their way back to get to this point. Will it be plain sailing for Nova, or will it be Tribe that push through into the finals? It's time for our second semi-final, Carbon.
Yeah, we're going to be jumping into the very first attack with Tribe Gaming kicking it off, and we have Nick coming in with the Flybird. We have 7 dragons, 8 super minions. He's even taken on the bat spells. Nick loves to kick off these wars for Tribe Gaming here with the very first attack. We're going to try to see the value that he can grab. Judo, we've been seeing a ton of this today, but it's a switch up from the last war that Tribe Gaming played.
It certainly is, Carbon, and Nick is perfect so far in this qualifiers, using the Zap Lalo, the Drag Bat, the Super Witches, really proving his versatility. So let's see if the Flybird will work. A nice, very quick start here. We have the heroes down to the 6 o'clock area, a quick funnel to the 3 o'clock area, with the Flybird coming straight into the Town Hall. Very fast start here for Nick, Carbon.
Absolutely. Now the Queen's going to be able to step up, grab this air defense in the corner, pops the Grand War Internal Tome early. The Queen's getting hit by the Headhunter. Oh, pops the ability. Single does go down here. And now the Dragon's trying to push their way through. He can get some incredible value with the Royal Champion still to use, but decides to send the Bats in first. And he did already find the Tornado Trap, so luckily these Bats will have no chance of finding Tornado Trap as they move around.
Yes, fantastic use of the Ice Golem initially to tank the Bats. Just get through that area. I love the use of the Royal Champion up to the top. Just about gets the freeze in for the Bats as well, Carbon, as they swoop through. But no Dragons left in the middle. He really needs to save onto his freezes for the defending scatter shot on the back end here.
Yeah, he's moving his way through. The scatter shot is a big issue, and it takes down those Bats. He does have the Royal Champion ability, skips through onto some of these defenses, but unfortunately the defending King is going to probably... the scatter does go down. Is there still a chance here? Wait a second.
There could be. There is one Bat on the tower, Carbon. Can you believe it?
The Warden... What? The Warden's still on air, and he's not going to get targeted by the King. He's helping out so much. The Wizards are up top onto the gold storage, and he might just have enough to get this.
He is going to sneak the victory with the Ice Golem going to tank for the Wizard. It will take down the Elixir storage. The Grand Warden moves through, and there you go. Nick gets another 3-star in this qualifiers. Scary stuff for Tribe Gaming, but exactly what they needed.
Wow, Nick is perfect so far here in the qualifiers, and he's coming with 4 attacks, and they've been all different attack strategies, coming in with 3 stars, and just enough. He stayed in there. The Grand Warden helped out so much, clutching up the King, taking out those buildings, and the defense there of the bomb tower. What an attack to start off this war for Tribe Gaming.
Exactly what they needed. Now, the good thing about the Flybird, Carbon, is the quickness of the attack. Notice how long was left at the end. Had that have been a more lengthy attack, he might not have got that, but nevertheless, 3 stars to Tribe Gaming, and Nova Maodou now need to respond. It is Ming using the Yeti Smash.
Yeah, starting off with the Battle Blimp with the Rage Spell. He's looking to take down the single target Inferno. The Headhunters are running off to the Queen here. Decides to use a poison, but the single is going to go down with the Yeti Strike. They're going to be a nice job to help protect this Queen as she's making the charge her way through. And remember, he's coming in with the Yeti Smash. So he's got 1 P.E.K.K.A. He's got 4 Yetis to try to charge in. And he's got 3 Witches are typically used on the outside with the King to help set up that funnel.
Yes, he used the Yeti Smash in his previous 2 attacks as well, Carbon. 3 stars on day 1, and then the 2-star 79% yesterday. So he is trying to push his way back to the 3-star. Ming enjoys watching Clash of Clans streams in his spare time, so clearly a well-experienced player. We do have the funnel set up with the Barbarian King and a couple of Witches down to the 9 o'clock area, with the Yetis and Bowlers now moving into the base.
The King did make his way back into the base, but there is open compartments for these walls, meaning the King can keep running down and around. These Bowlers and Yetis are avoiding the middle where the Town Hall is located. They're finally coming back. Does pop the Grand Ward and Eternal Tome as he's trying to get his way through. Another Rage is down into the middle. Queen will safely take that Town Hall down. Still has the Royal Champion to use. Is there enough on the space? The King, he still has his ability here, Judo.
Yes, he still has the Royal Champion to deploy as well. He got a little bit fortunate there with the Archer Queen just standing back with her range, taking the Town Hall and the Eagle. Now just about going to get the Barbarian King, decides to use a Rage onto the Queen as well. Really sees her being pivotal towards the back end of this attack if she can get through into the inside of the base, because everything else is on the outside at the moment, Carbon.
Yeah, he's getting a ton of value on this outside. The Queen's clearing the middle of the space and perfectly has the healers in there, and the Queen is clutching up the core. He's hanging on to this Royal Champion use at the last moment to get that value, and this is looking good for an answer for Nova Maodou.
It certainly is. With the King on the outside, he will force the Yetis and the Witches into the inside. Scattershot is tanked by the Archer Queen. She will finish that off, and the Royal Champion's ability can help to take down the remaining defenses here. With 30 seconds remaining, Nova Maodou will be getting the response that they needed, and we have an epic war on our hands. Exactly what we knew we were going to get, Carbon. A semi-final where nobody wants to go home. If you lose, you are out, and both of these teams giving it their all, Banks.
That is how you kick off the second semi-final of the day. What an amazing start from both Ming and Nick, showing amazing versatility and amazing attacks throughout. I mean, keeping their composure and being able to adapt on the fly as well, but absolutely torching those bases, Carbon.
Yeah, absolutely. Using that blimp to get all that value, set up the funnel, and pushed all the Yetis Bowlers into the core, had them walk around, but the biggest thing was that Queen, keeping the healers on her, and luckily the healers did not transfer off to the Yetis and Bowlers on the outside, and just ended up working and saved onto that Royal Champion for the final portion of the base. And now, we've got Itsu coming in with the classic hybrid here, Judo.
Yes, Itsu always used to use the hybrid. We have seen him use this a ton in previous qualifiers. So let's see if going back to his roots will pay off. Starting off with the Archer Queen down towards the southern area of the base. Now, Itsu did say that his team is a combination of friends and professionals. So that is why he believes they are one of the best in the world. So, with the Queen coming into the base, Carbon, is it going to be the opener that he wants?
Yeah, he's going to charge his way in with that Rage out of the Queen. There's a second super wall break, which now gives access to the Queen towards that Town Hall. Notice, he does have 2 poisons, which he's assuming maybe super minions are going to come out defending this clan castle. Well, where's this Queen go? She should be able to walk her way, grab the sweeper next, and then walk left. There's a third super wall break coming in for this epic Queen charge.
just allowing the queen even deeper into the base. She was more than likely going to spin to the town hall and the expo, but just by breaking the expo compartment, it allows her access up towards the defending queen and the center of the base, Carbon. We always talk about pathing with the hybrid, and that is exactly what Itsu is now setting up to the right-hand side of your screen with the king and the siege barracks. And here come the miners and the hog riders straight into the base.
Look at this. The scatter shot is distracted onto the king, meaning these miners and hogs can push their way straight into the base, saving onto this ward internal tome, but the queen is moving her way through the left side, getting tremendous value, plus that maybe grab that expo on the top side. But now he's going to have to be cautious on this Grand War internal tome. He pops it there. He needs to protect these hogs. The Royal Champion's moving through. The queen's in the middle of the base. He still has another heal and a freeze. This is looking strong, Judo.
It does look strong. He did lose a couple of healers down with the archer queen. The headhunter also went down as it was deployed towards the enemy queen, but with the miners, that is the beauty of this attack. They lock onto the queen, take it down, and they are doing work, Carbon. Wow, this is incredible.
Look at this. Itsu coming in, pops the Royal Champion ability, and he even has so many troops left up on the board. All the heroes are still alive, and this is going to be an answer for Itsu, starting off this war with 3 triples total in a row. Unbelievable way to kick off this war right here, Judo.
Exactly what we expected, but Itsu not making any mistakes on that attack, really overwhelming the base. There was so much time left as well, so much more than the previous attacks, and I know Itsu will be very happy with that one, just putting the pressure back on Nova Maodou now.
And you notice how Tribe Gaming is coming in with different attacks other than the Super Witch. They came with 5 Super Witch attacks strategies yesterday, and now they haven't even used it yet here today. But the next attack is going to be LP. He was on the championship winning team for Nova Maodou last year. And he's going to come in with the, looks like Zap Lalo. And that's what he did the previous days here in the qualifiers, coming in with a lot of Zap Lalo attacks. He even used the Wall Wrecker, but this time it looks like he wants to use the Stone Slammer in the hit.
Yes, another player that is perfect so far in this qualifiers. As you mentioned, using the Zap Lalo twice in both of Nova Maodou's matches and getting the 3-star in both of them, hoping to continue. He is that World Championship winner, so he knows what he is doing. The Royal Champion helps to set up the area of the base on the right-hand side, just taking that down to allow his heroes now directly in towards the Town Hall. This is such a beautiful start, Carbon.
Yeah, this is looking pretty solid. The king makes his way all the way around. I think he wanted that king to go towards that town hall area, but he's going to take out the enemy king. The queen should be able to clear this town hall. Probably doesn't even need to pop the queen. Oh, nope. He's going to pop that queen ability right away. Remember, the big thing is now going to be time, and now the queen's getting slowed down from that town hall effect here.
She is, and I think he wanted the Royal Champion and the scatter shot from this push, Carbon. With the headhunter in, he should get the Royal Champion, but I'm not too sure he's going to get this scatter shot. Oh, he just about gets the sweeper, which helps, I guess. But with the scatter shot still standing, how pivotal will that be as the lava loon now comes in?
Yeah, the Lalo's coming around, but he's losing the momentum from the top side because of that Eagle lockdown to those balloons. The Tesla farm popping. Oh, we have the scatter shot. Balloons are going to make their way around. He's still saving onto the Stone Slammer. The queen's in the core, but it looks like the headhunters are doing some work on her. She's going to stay up. Oh, wow. The headhunters didn't take the queen down. She's still standing.
She is, and the entire top area of the base, as you said, Carbon. The Tesla's really proving an issue here. Scattershot still standing. The queen is wiping the balloons one after another. This is not going well for LP at this stage.
No, it's not. He's got 1 freeze left. The Stone Slammer's still moving, but this queen is going to do a massive amount of damage here defending the space. And she's going to pick off all these balloons here into the middle. And this dragon and balloons are going to be on the outside. He does have 1 freeze left, but unfortunately that his king, I think, pathed the complete wrong way. He probably wanted to get this king to go towards that town hall so the queen can get so much more value charging her way in.
just proving the value of the non-defensive buildings. The builder hut on the inside of the base was the difference maker, which forced the king into the wrong compartment, and that is where the attack really changed from then on out. Not getting the scatter shot, not getting that pathing he needed for the lava loon really didn't help. And then, like you mentioned, Carbon, the Tesla farm popped, the queen stayed alive, nothing went right for LP, but I think he has done a formidable job here, getting 91% either way banked.
Yes, when all goes wrong, to still be able to clutch up massive amount of percentage with that 2-star is still very, very important in wars that are set to be this close at this semi-final stage. Something I want to touch on what you said, Carbon, earlier as well, is that yesterday Tribe Gaming came out with 5 Super Witch attacks. We are yet to see one today. Could this be some intellectual mind games that we're seeing, that they're trying to get their opponents to assume that they're going to attack a certain way, and then they come in with another, Carbon?
Absolutely. They could be using that to their advantage and trying to put themselves in their enemy's kind of shoes there, assuming, hey, we're going to be coming in with Super Witches. But as we say that, Lex is indeed coming in with these Super Witches. Going to start off with the 5 Lightning. And let's see if this base is going to be set up for the Super Witch defense. Starting off with that Grand Warden. Notice how he starts this Grand Warden first, because time is always the issue. So he's starting with the Grand Warden, then he does the Lightning, and now he's going to have the time that he needs. He's going to be able to use that one jump potentially on the outside of this base. Let's see, because there's no way around it unless they just walk around this wall here.
Yeah, I think that's. I think he's just intending.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an opening hidden behind the Archer Tower, allowing these Super Witches in with the jump. And as you mentioned, Carbon, oh, look at the balloons there, actually just taking out all of the black bombs. That is exactly what they are for. But wait a second, the healers are splitting to the other area with the Super Witches. Oh no!
The Super Witches stole the healers on the bottom side. He's got a few in the middle there, but is it still enough? No, that single target Inferno is going to roast those Super Witches on the outside. He needed these Super Witches to go into the middle here. Judo, this is devastating.
It certainly is. I think he's lost 2 Super Witches. Now, really, that is a huge investment, because the Super Witches, the more you take, the more they protect. They can have the big boys in front, and without the healers, I can't quite see, Carbon. I think there might only be one of them left now for the rest of this base. Lexnos can only do what he can at this stage. The Royal Champion coming through. No spells left. No abilities left. Let's see how far he can get. But it's not going to happen for Tribe Gaming.
No, it's not going to come in. Those Super Witches walked, and that is the most devastating thing for an attack like this. You need all the Super Witches to go into the middle and the healers to help assist. If they start to walk like that, you don't have the potential to keep them alive, and this is what happened. They all ended up dying off here. And how unfortunate, that single target Inferno roasted through those Super Witches so quick on the outside, and it's not going to go Lex's way here.
It's not, and you now see the importance of LP pushing the percentage up to 91%. Because if Nova Maodou get a 3-star in their next attack, they will leapfrog Tribe Gaming on the percentage due to only 75% on this attack. So definitely a big mistake there with the funnel, and we've just got to see if Nova Maodou can counteract it.
Yeah, indeed. That small thing helped. He needed those Super Witches to go into the middle, but unfortunately, he lost them to that funnel, which went on the outside. But now we have ND coming in. Look at this. We have a mass. I would say, is this a like lightning hybrid? There's no healers, so this has got 30 miners in this attack here, Judo.
Ooh, he has found a Tesla farm straight away, Carbon. He will have to adapt here. Now, ND has used the hybrid in his previous 2 attacks. Remember, Nova Maldo winning both of their matches, and he gained the 3-star with both of his attacks using the hybrid. So he's obviously very proficient with this strategy. The Royal Champion's ability takes down the Tesla, but I think he was wanting more than this, potentially in towards that scatter shot.
Yeah, potentially wanted that scatter shot to go down, and he did find the tornado trap, so let's see how he adapts here on the fly. Gonna use the king over on the top side of the space, and here comes those miners, but this scatter shot is gonna be deadly to these miners and hogs as they're pushing their way into the space, Judo.
A big amount of damage, and the Eagle is also firing onto the troops. Carbon, an early heal. They have split everywhere, and he is taking big damage. He really needs to push through this section fast. An early Grand Warden's ability trying to counteract the multi in the center also looks deadly, but check it out. Some of the miners have come down to the left-hand side, Carbon, so he's losing a lot of the DPS through the middle.
Yeah, a lot of them got stuck onto the king over the left. The hogs are moving their way into the middle. The scatter shot is hitting these hogs. They're onto the multi-target inferno. They are going to go down, so that multi's going to stay up and do tremendous amount of damage. And remember, Nova's trying to get that 3-star to take the advantage since Tribe has the 2 triples, and Nova's only got the 1. But here comes the hogs coming out of the siege barracks. They're going to make their way straight into the middle of this space. The queen, she still has their ability with 1 freeze left. The biggest threats are now the multi and the scatter shot in the core here. Let's see if they're going to path. He does drop that freeze, but the hogs are going down quick here.
They did take 1 shot before the freeze went in. A giant bomb down to the bottom might be helpful as well. Alongside the skeletons, multi-target inferno MVP still standing in the middle. But with the queen's ability, Carbon, as you mentioned, he could still get this. She has now been locked onto the skeletons. That could be pretty big here because it does waste a couple of valuable seconds. Nova Maldo pushing with everything they can. They've got the percentage up, but will it be enough?
He's looking, this scatter shot's looking to take out these wizards. It does tremendous amount. And down goes the wizard, so he's gonna lose his cleanup on the outside of the space. Queen burns her ability in the middle for the multi, and unfortunately, he's gonna have to get through another set of walls. He's only got about 20 seconds left in this raid. 2-point defenses would probably be too much for this queen here. How unfortunate for ND.
Wow, he adapted incredibly well, you've got to say, losing a lot of miners. And although they keep the percentage high, remember, it is the stars that count. So it will be Tribe Gaming that are in the lead with the extra star at this point, Banks.
Yes, Tribe provided an opening there for Nova with quite a low percentage 2-star, and Nova just weren't able to secure the triple. Great job adapting on the fly there by ND, but just didn't quite manage to get all the way through. An impressive war so far. We've still got 2 attacks apiece to go, and it's still anyone's war, Carbon.
Absolutely, Banks. Anybody can still take it. Tribe is in the driver's seat, and now we're going to be seeing Evecheck, one of the most clutch attackers for Tribe Gaming, coming in what he is known best with, which is the Yeti Smash. Coming in with the 6 Yeti, starting off with this Grand Warden walk. Gonna try to charge. Is he gonna charge his way into the Town Hall and grab that with his Warden, Judo?
That's what it looks like. There are 2 gold storages, Carbon, which have a lot of hit points, which means he has to get through them first before getting to the town hall. That is going to take some time, but with the Yeti Smash, as long as you can get good pathing, get them into the base, it can indeed be a fast attack. So it looks like Evecheck is going to get direct pathing onto the town hall, uses the rage to speed the Grand Warden up, but actually he's missed the healers, which would have been very crucial here.
Oh no, he missed the healers on that rage deployment, and he was forced to use that freeze spell. Oh, how unfortunate there, so that he's down 1 spell. Let's see how much of a critical factor that's going to be later part of this raid, potentially for the Royal Champion moving around. But he's trying to adapt here. He's got the witches on the bottom side at 6. He's got the Yeti bowlers moving their way, and super wall break opens into the middle of the space, trying to charge them all through towards the to the bomb tower. There is the quad quake in the middle, completely opens all that, and he does pop the Warden ability to protect everything moving their way in.
Beautiful Grand Warden's ability, but the P.E.K.K.A. and a couple of bowlers have moved out to the outside. Not necessarily a bad thing, as long as he can get enough damage through the center. With the rage spell, a lot of the Yetis now on the outside of that.
Yes.
And can he push through? Oh no, the giant bomb took out a huge amount of barbarians there, Carbon.
Wow. Oh man, he's trying his best to push his way around. His queen still has her ability, so she can take out the enemy queen in the scatter shot. He's got one freeze. Don't count him out just yet. He still has a handful of troops. Pops the ability. He's got bowlers. He's got witches on the bottom side. He's moving his way around. He's got a minute left, Judo.
He's still got the minute. As you said, it is going to be perfect timing of the freeze and the Royal Champion's ability. She is getting low on health. He is trying his best to use wizards and the archers on the outside to force the troops into the defenses. There is the Royal Champion's ability with the freeze.
What?
She stays alive. 40 seconds. I think he could get it, Carbon.
Look at that. Even though he misplaced his rage spell onto the warden and the healers, he's still going to be able to get this. The Royal Champion's going to clutch up, moving around. Plenty of troops for cleanup. What an attack from Echek, which is going to put Tribe Gaming into the lead now with another 3-star. What a great attack. Echek coming in clutch like he always does for Tribe Gaming.
He has been one of their most dominant players across the different qualifiers. As we mentioned, this is the semi-finals. Tribe Gaming have been into the semi-finals in 2 previous qualifiers, the first and the fourth, and they have fell at this stage. It is single elimination, but at this point, they are 4 attacks through and in a very good position against Nova Maodou, but they still have 2 attacks, and they're still looking pretty good themselves, Carbon.
Yeah, Nova Maodou, you can't count them out just yet. Even though Tribe's got the advantage, they got the lead, they have to answer with a 3-star. And we have Hai coming in with the hybrid, and he's looking to do exactly that. He's played on the World Championship stage. He knows what the pressure is like, and he's up for the challenge. Coming in with the 18 miners, a miner-heavy attack here. He's got the siege barracks, and let's see if he can get this value through this queen charge, Judo.
Yes, part of the Shenzhou team in last year's finals. He used the hybrid in both of his opening matches, getting the 3-star on day 1. An early rage spell needed here for the Archer Queen, Carbon, with the single target Inferno heating up. He just about gets the free spell in time.
He does indeed. Now the queen can reach the single. Is she going to be able to take it down? Those skellies are quite annoying. He's going to have to force and invest another freeze spell. Itsu is liking that on the defensive side to force him to use those spells. He hasn't even used the queen's or the poison spell of what pulled out the clan castle. So maybe you're looking to use a freeze spell for potentially headhunters that may come out of the defending CC. But remember, he's only got 1 poison. And if there's minions and headhunters, this could be deadly combination. Watch out.
Oh yeah, if there are super witches super minions, within the clan castle, here they come, Carbon. Oh, it is headhunters, but it is the Lava Hound, so a little bit fortunate there for Hai, but the Lava Hound will stall the Archer Queen and force another rage. This is a huge amount of spells into his queen charge, and he's starting the hybrid pretty quickly from the left-hand side because he's got to try and protect his Archer Queen now as well.
What a beautiful Warden Eternal Tome through the scatter shot hit right there. And a giant, through the giant bump, but the Town Hall is still standing. It's doing so much damage here. The Queen didn't take it down. Forced the Queen ability. Now he's trying to push his way through with 2 heals left. Drops the one in the middle. There's the scatter shot still on the bottom side. The Barbarians and P.E.K.K.A are down there trying to push his way through. The Hogs out of Siege Barracks are finally joining the fight through here. This Queen is trying to get her way through. If he can keep his momentum through, he might actually looking good for this.
Beautiful adaptations by Hai in order to keep that queen alive. Even though he lost a couple of Hog Riders, it looks relatively good for him coming down. But with a Tesla farm on the back end, he could stall out here as well. There's also room for giant bombs. It will come down to the wire here, Carbon. Royal Champion, she will get the X-Ball, but there is a giant bomb as well.
The Tesla farm, the Queen doesn't have any more healers, no Queen ability. He's trying his best. He's got a super wall breaker. He's got to distract him. The Grand Ward's on full health. That could be the clutch thing he needs to help finish this base off. There's the super wall break. It's going to explode, damage a little bit. But can this Tesla farm, it's just 2 Teslas and a cannon. The Grand Warden should be able to help finish this one off.
Oh, he's got a ton of wizards. They are doing work. It does get it, Carbon. 98, 99 with the Builder Hut in the center. The Grand Warden finishes it off, keeps it close. So Nova Maodou now ahead on percentage, but behind on stars still, Banks.
Yes, exactly. We are just witnessing a masterclass in professional level of Clash of Clans. This is just unbelievable. That attack from high was so good right down to the wire, and Eve Check just showing an absolutely masterful display. I'm absolutely loving this, and we're going down to the last attack apiece. I think that we're going to have to witness a slip up from Tribe Gaming if Nova Maldo are going to take this war, Carbon.
Absolutely. M.K.M.A is going to be the final attacker for Tribe Gaming. If he 3-stars, it's over. Nova Maldo have no chance at making a comeback. But if he does not, then Nova Maldo has the opportunity to triple themselves. And he is coming in with the Super Witches that they were using in the previous day with a lot of success. And he starts his Grand Warden walk off early. And remember, this is the biggest issue is time. So he's looking to probably get this Archer Tower and then start with these Witches here.
Yes, the new signature move of Tribe Gaming, the Super Witches. Will it come in clutch to move them into the finals versus Darkest MuZhan? M.K.M.A is currently undergoing law school, but he does have time to remain his stance as a Clash of Clans professional. As you mentioned, Carbon, the Grand Warden Walk has done a beautiful job, and it looks like the Super Witches, there they come. They will be driving straight into the compartment next to the town hall.
Yeah, he's going to try to charge his way in. Notice he already used his king early, so he doesn't have the king to help assist into the middle of the base. There's a rage spell. Wall breakers are down. They're going to open up this wall. The balloons are pulling Seeking Air Mines, protecting it. He does have the Grand War Internal Tome, but the wall breakers are going around. He pops the ability. Is he going to be able to break through the next layer here? That Lava Hound's going to slow him down. Does find the Tornado Trap. But these hogs have already come out of the siege barracks here, Judo.
They have, and normally you do want them to sideswipe around the base. They can actually help to take down one of the expos. The second expo, they might actually move away from the town hall. Now, critical here, M.K.M.A holding on to the Royal Champion just in case, but the Archer Queen takes it down. Hog Riders got their value, and now he just needs to remain the tankage through the middle of the base with the Super Witches and deploy the Royal Champion at the ideal time. Here she comes, Carbon.
Oh, the healers are on the Super Witch, trying to keep them alive. That Eagle did so much damage, but the Super Witches are so tanky. They're moving through. A Tasta Bomb does pop. The Ground Skellies, the Royal Champion ability was clutch to take down the point defenses to keep her health up. The Queen is moving through. He's got one freeze left. The Queen, can she get the value? He's got 55 seconds here, Judo.
I think he could get this, Carbon. The Eagle will momentarily go down. He still has a lot of Super Witches. The Queen's ability. Big boys out in front, tanking for the Royal Champion coming through. Tribe Gaming doing what they need to do here to move to the finals of Championship Sunday. The Royal Champion will finish off the defenses. What a beautiful attack here by M.K.M.A.
Unbelievable. M.K.M.A coming in clutch to help get that 3-star to put that in. Oh, unbelievable hit. The Super Witches coming in with yet another 3-star here today for Tribe Gaming. They've been the clan that have been using them the most here in the qualifiers. Nova Maldo, even though they're not going to be able to make this comeback here, Tribe putting up 14. Unbelievable here. What a performance here on Championship Sunday indeed. But we still are going to see the final attack. We're going to see if Nova Maldo can finish off on a high note with this 3-star.
Yes, if they were to get a 3-star here, it would rock Tribe Gaming a little bit moving into the final. Let's just say if they conceded 13 stars, would it affect their confidence? I'm not too sure, because Tribe Gaming have been getting better and better across this weekend. 12 stars against M.K.M.A, 14 against 11 Original, 13 against Nova Esports, and now 14 against Nova Maldo. But here we go with the Super Witches by Nova themselves, Carbon.
Indeed, starting off with the Grand Warden Walk, and we tend to see these 5 lightnings being used in the very early section, probably onto the scatter shot here, where the Grand Warden is maybe walking by, or actually, no, I'm completely wrong. He's using it on the left for the single target Inferno, help take that down, and he's got the jump to go into the core.
Yeah, that actually provides really nice pathing, doesn't it? As the Super Witches, you can see it now. The non-defensive buildings at 6 o'clock will just draw the troops directly in and to the town hall. Remember, with the funnel, it is not just the buildings you take out. It is the buildings you remain standing to draw your troops in. Beautiful start here. And I think, yeah, there we go. The Super Witches have to be deployed pretty soon because, as we mentioned in the previous war, Carbon, it can be a very slow attack, so you do need to be careful on time.
Absolutely. This King on the outside getting a beautiful job with the funneling, just assisting with that siege barracks and already dropping the jump. The super minions coming out to defend the defending clan castle, going to work his way onto the town hall here, going to look to take it down. He doesn't even need to pop this warden ability here unless he wants to through the eagle shots. It looks like he does. Protects everything. He's got another 2 rages to use. He needs these healers to transfer off to the super witches, which it looks like they are right now. But watch out. I was going to say sinking air mine. The moment I say that, there's 2 that pop up here.
That is exactly why you see Tribe Gaming sending in the balloons ahead of the healers with the Super Witches, but he still does have them healing the witches. Looks like they are all down now, Carbon. So it is all a matter of whether the Super Witches have enough health to get through, but they are taking mega damage, going down fast. He only has the Archer Queen left now in the center of the base.
Wow, unbelievable. Maybe Tribe Gaming know the perfect way to defend against these Super Witches and putting your Seeking Air Mines right near the Town Hall area. If you're trying to charge your way through it, you lose all those healers just like that. Man, unfortunately, the Super Witches just died off here and didn't have that push through the base like we've seen in so many of Tribe's attacks. And this is just going to be a lower percentage 2-star from Nova Maodou. And that means Tribe Gaming did take out both Nova teams here in the qualifiers. But we are going to have an epic finals here today between Darkest MuZhan and Tribe Gaming.
It will be an epic finals. We have that show match coming up first, but for the final, Darkest MuZhan were the team that knocked Tribe Gaming out in the first qualifier semi-final, but it is Tribe Gaming that will be moving to the final of Championship Sunday, Banks.
Yes, it is, Judo. Tribe winning with a 14 stars to 12 and a 95% destruction average. An impressive display and some incredible variations in all of those attacks that we saw in that war. Commending both of those performances from both Nova Maldo and Tribe Gaming. But the semi-finals are now over in this qualifier. What a brilliant display of in-game knowledge by both clans. I mean, just look at these stats. That's all you need to look at in order to know how good the top tier of Clash of Clans players are, Carbon.
Absolutely. Tribe putting up another 14-star performance. What a great job. Just unfortunately, Alex fell short in his attack because the Super Witches walked all the way around the wrong way and stole the healers. Imagine if he got the Super Witches into the middle. We could have potentially had the potential for the perfect war, Judo.
Yes, I was just thinking that myself, Carbon, because it was an incredible attack. But there you are, confirmation that Darkest MuZhan and Tribe Gaming are your finalists here. Which one will be getting the golden ticket? I cannot wait.
We will soon find out, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Winning that semi-final for Tribe is a huge weight off their shoulders, but they need to shake that off and refocus because we have the most important war of the day inbound. But before we get to that, I'm going to hand you over to our resident expert who's going to break down one of the attacks. It's Lady B at the Telestrator.
Thank you so much, Banks. What an incredible victory there for Tribe Gaming. Maxi pulling in what we saw yesterday, the Super Witch getting it done. And that is exactly what I want to highlight, this clutch win hit coming through. And with the Super Witches, the key here is going to be eliminating flanking damage and keeping the direct damage oncoming to the big boys from the start. And we see that in the beginning here with the Zapquake combination, eliminating this 3 o'clock chamber with that scatter shot. That is the flanking damage that is critical to eliminate in this style raid. And we do get to see the warden who's able to get some nice safe passage to help clear out some pathing and a pull through. Now, we did notice that Maxi reserved his healers. He did only drop the 2 healers needed. Why drop them all if you don't want to risk it, especially with some of the oncoming point defenses, but also keeping the time moment moving along. We did see the warden Warden dropped first as well to ensure that he could get the Zapquake down and make sure that he has the time needed, because we know it is critical here. But let's talk about pathing, because direct pathing is really key here. We see that this starts shaping up a beautiful funnel. The King helped with this as well. But then we see the Siege Barracks placement with the P.E.K.K.A.s, the Wizards, all coming out of here to work along the outer edge and keep the momentum of these witches moving straight in to the core of the base. So the Super Witches with those tanky big boys doing some excellent work as they take on that damage. Also, one thing to note is you want the damage coming on in the front here, because you want the big boys to take on that heat so the healers can switch over to them and go off of the Queen. You want the Queen to stay behind and the damage always coming in on those big boys here. And we did see the Siege Barracks placed. Typically it's placed strategically. In this case, it didn't happen. We didn't see more action coming through. So we do have the Royal Champion who's left alone on the side here to support that continuing movement along. And this helps out quite a bit and really did help as this pushed through towards the back end of the base. And again, it's always about that continuing flow of movement in these style raids. Royal Champion lending herself, the Queen hanging on to this ability, which is key here in the very end of the raid, all looking for that perfect push towards the back end and knowing that you have enough to get this done. So again, if you're looking to do this style raid, always think about that oncoming flanking damage that we talked about in the start here, which can be eliminated. It's those single ITs, the multi ITs, and the scatter shots that are really key to make sure you eliminate. And then on the opposite side of the base, you need to make sure that you have more pathing created, typically by a King or a Siege Barracks to push along, and then have great use for your Royal Champion to come in and pull in that 3-star. Now we're on to the next match to come, and we're going to talk to the guys at the desk about our special match.
Thank you so much, Lady B, for breaking down that war. Now we're going to have something very special for you now, and to help bring some oomph, the Mohawk wearing, base tearing, clash bashing is back at the desk. Would you like to take us through what is about to happen as we lead up to today's final?
While these two teams get ready for that grand final, we're going to have Existence, who qualified last month for the World Championships, face off against RTK, who actually just recently won the Korean Championship, and actually we've seen them in some previous qualifiers as well.
And Carbon, what's at stake in this war? Let's build some tension.
Well, the Pride, they want to win the showcase match here to show what they have. We have a golden ticket winner of Existence, and then we have the RTK. We've seen them before, not only just last year, but they've also been in the qualifiers this year. This is going to be an epic match, and we're starting it off with RTK. Bash, we're starting it with the Yeti Smash.
Taka coming in with the Yeti Smash, also has those zaps in their 5 lightning spells and an earthquake combination to zap out key defenses. Usually we see that come in on a single target Inferno or perhaps a scatter shot, and with the way he's pathing here, we may see it on that bottom scatter shot. That'll be interesting to see how this develops as Taka gets going on this attack here, Carbon.
Yeah, with that Grand Warden to start, he's still hanging on to these lightning spells and uses it finally onto the scatter shot, and the King is going to run all the way around the outside. He gets so much value running through this bottom side of the space, but watch out, this Warden is a building!
Oh, no! The Warden's ability popped from the enemy Warden. He got just in the range, and that enemy Warden dealt enough to force out the Eternal Tome, which is usually key. Oh no! Cardinal, what's going on? He just grasped a rage as well. This is not going the way Taka wanted at all.
Oh no, he's got the blimp flying its way. The rage was used on the outside by accident, and now he's just trying to recover here. The bowlers, the Yetis, pushing their way in the tunnel, doing so much damage. He ended up breaking through that wall, and he needs these healers to transfer off. Still hanging on the World Champion, finally drops her to the bottom side of the base where a Tessa farm did pop here, looks like. But these are some ground expos, and it's doing so much damage to his World Champion.
That was so unfortunate. Definitely not the way he wanted to start this attack off. Not only losing his Warden's ability, but using that Rage spell. I think he wanted to drop the Blimp, obviously, instead of that Rage, but the Rage may have been selected. The Queen goes down. The Warden's trying to do what he can to keep everything moving, and this is just going to be a low percentage 2-star here for RTK to get us going in this show match.
Yeah, he's got the baby dragon on the outside and the Yeti as well, trying to grab a little bit more percent. He's got about a minute left. Some wizards down south at 6 o'clock. 1 minute onto the gold storage. But unfortunately, it's going to be falling short. The Yeti is going for the wall now. Not going to be able to get through that. Looks like it's going to finish just right around 72, 73%. But Bash, unfortunately, that Grand Warden ability we saw in the very beginning forced that and then grassing the raid spell. Bash, it happens to everybody. And with the nerves on the line, just can imagine the stress level here.
Yeah, it's one of the unfortunate things of the game. You think you select your blimp. I know I've done it all the time. I've done it where I put the wrong hero in the wrong spot. So it happens to the best of us. But RTK is going to have an uphill battle now with the 73% 2-star, a little bit lower than the standard we're used to, especially going up against a clan such as Existence, who blew through the competition in last month's qualifier.
Absolutely. Existence did not lose a single match in the previous qualifiers when they got the golden ticket. But RTK, they want to show them up here. They want to try to make that comeback, even though the very first attack was just the 2-star. But here we go. We're going to be jumping into Existence attack, and we have Maodou coming in with looks to be a Queen Charge Lalo, one of the staples of an Existence player.
That's right. This is a really classic attack, and it is so powerful. Going to try to get as much value out of that queen charge as possible. Now, notice I don't see any wall breakers in here, so he may try to squeeze this queen into that opening. If you see just above that mortar, a little bit to the left of the cannon, there's an opening, so he's going to try to funnel and get the queen to walk up inside there so she can go in towards the eagle. The king actually went all the way in and tried to fight the world champion. He got the defending queen down, though, Carbon.
Yeah, that's actually some nice value there, but he drops the lightning earthquake, which the world champion can come on the south side. Needs his queen to come back. She should come back to the left. Yep, she does indeed. And let's see if he can continue the charge, but the eagle locks onto these healers here, Bash.
Oh! Each shot dealing devastation to the healers. The queen now locked onto the eagle artillery, which is a little bit more optimal. One more shot, any splash from these healers, on these healers rather, is going to take them down. So using the balloon, even those red air mines would have been devastating. Oh, they go down, Carbon.
He found the one red air bomb. The balloon pulled 2 of them, and he unfortunately lost that charge. If he kept those healers alive and the eagle didn't lock on, she would have been able to get so much value on the bottom side. But now we're transitioning to the top, where the balloons are coming in with the lava hound flying across. He needs to activate this town hall by either damaging it or reaching 51% for it to activate. So now he can target, and indeed it does. There's a tornado trap. Balloons go straight for it. He's flying behind these sweepers, pops the ability. Is going to at least lock up the 2-star, but with the back end scatter, let's see if he has enough to make this push still.
That scatter shot is going to be devastating. He still does have a rage spell and 2 free spells, however. Free spell goes down, rage up on the balloons. We're going to see another free spell coming in on this scatter shot, I would assume. Maybe not. No. Okay, maybe save it for that last wizard tower. But if the queen would have stayed up, that scatter would have been down. But it doesn't look like it's going to be an issue for Maodou as he's trying to work through here. And that stone slammer is so healthy. Plenty of cleanup, Carbon. I think Existence is going to get the triple.
Did he just swag that free spell before even dropping it on the wizard tower? He's like, nope, I don't need it there. And he comes in. When we thought he lost the healers on the queen, we were like, oh no, this is almost done for. And he still goes through, swags the freeze, and the stone slammer doesn't even pop. That is why Existence is one of the best teams in the world, especially at any Lalo attack. Banks, they just make this look so easy.
They do. An assertive first attack from Existence. Metro coming in and just wiping that base out. RTK, like you have already mentioned, Bash, are going to have an uphill battle from here. Opening up with quite a low percentage 2-star is not what you want up against a clan of this caliber.
That's right. You want to come out strong against this Existence squad that has not only a really solid lineup, but they have a deep lineup, as we'll kind of see as this war progresses. But it's the show match, Carbon. If you got that swag free, swag it up. Put on a show, right?
Absolutely. Showing that off here. Now we're going to see Archie from RTK coming in with the classic hybrid here. Starting off with the Yeti to help grab a bit of a funnel. Queen is down. We've got 3 super wall breakers, and notice how these are 3 multi-target Infernos here. Gonna be able to try to charge his way through this whole base and keep this Queen alive.
And the Queen has a great path in here as that Yeti set a great funnel on that left-hand side. This Queen with those super wall breakers, if she stays up, if he can keep her rage with the multi, she's not going to have too much resistance as she's going to take on 1 scatter at a time, take on the Royal Champion. She's got a great path through here. Oh my goodness, I like the way Archie is setting up this hybrid.
Absolutely, this is looking fantastic, but the super wall break goes on the top side of the base while the Queen is charging in. If he was able, oh my, look at this wall break, targets right into this middle. The Queen's gonna continue this epic charge. She's gonna get incredible value here, Bash.
This Queen can gut this whole base, Carbon. Most of the key defenses are going to be down from this charge alone. And she's got 1 scatter in the enemy Royal Champion down. This multi-target Inferno. And here comes a hybrid from the top of the base. Hogs, Miners, Royal Champion, Grand Warden all making their way towards the Town Hall. And the Queen actually even sets off the Tornado. Queen MVP of this attack so far.
Yeah, Queen's getting all this value, still has her ability. The Warden has his Eternal Tome still to use. There's the first heal he has, and he activates the Town Hall here. But the scatters are gone. The Queen's gonna get the Eagle Artillery, the enemy Queen. Literally, this is a huge Queen charge. Okay, so it looks like the Miners are gonna go for his Queen so he can save onto the Queen ability. This is looking crushed here, Bash.
Yeah, I agree with that analysis right there. That Queen took out everything important on the base with the exception of the Town Hall and that last multi-target Inferno. The Queen gutted this base, charged her way in. What an impressive show of exactly what you can do when you know how to work your Queen and get her inside of a base. And look at the Royal Champion throwing that Seeking Shield, getting that value. Carbon Fan RTK gonna respond with the 3-star that they needed as this Queen's gonna help on these storages.
Yeah, look at this. This is an easy cleanup now. Has tons of troops. Pops that Queen ability. But Archie coming in for the 3-star. Needed to answer since they started off with the 2-star. And Existence had the 3 with that Queen charge level from Machuo. What a great hit here from RTK. Now Existence is looking to answer. And they are trying to put a second triple on the board.
Yeah, Existence still going to put the pressure on. They're going to be up. If they can put up a quality 2-star here, even if they miss, they'll still be up on percent. RTK did exactly what they needed to. But you know, this Existence clan, they're not going to back down. They're going to bring the pressure. They're going to bring everything they have. The Showmatch has so much on the line. Not only pride, but we have that awesome gem prize for the winner. We have Capita 99 from Existence coming in next, Carbon.
Yeah, I love how you mentioned earlier how Existence has that deep roster. And that's where Capita 99 is coming in. We're not going to see Rigators or Michael DP because they are giving other clan members the opportunity to play on a stage just like this. And they want to get that experience since their roster is so deep here. And they're going to be charging in with this Queen charge right here. And we're going to see another Queen charge Lalo from Existence, which is what they do best.
Definitely one of their favorite attacks, and if you're good with something, why change it? I mean, we just got this update. A lot of clans are trying new stuff. We see the Super Witches coming back into the meta. We see the newly named Flybrid, which is the air hybrid version with the dragons and super minions, but why fix what's not broken? The Queen charge Lalo works really well for Existence. However, this Queen, she's gonna have to get to these super minions as they are dealing some damage. He gets her raged up, and Carbon, he's got another epic Queen charge going here.
Yeah, this Queen is getting tremendous value, even though the Eagle Artillery is still staying on the top side. He could send the Royal Champion over there. He could start the Lalo over there. But the biggest thing you have to look at, okay, so he does use the RC, because where are the air defenses? We do notice one is down south at 6, so he does decide to start the Stone Slammer over at 3 o'clock. And this Queen is under so much firepower. The scatter shot, but he uses the freeze to keep her going here.
The freeze came in clutch to freeze up the bow with that single target Inferno, and this Queen is still healthy, working. She still has her ability, so even if she got too low on health, she would have been able to regenerate a little bit there. But this Town Hall is activated as these balloons are flying in. This is a great Queen charge from Capita 99. Here comes that beautiful Grand Warden's Eternal Tome to protect the balloons through the Town Hall. Now he's got to fight through this sweeper. Oh no, the Tornado Trap spinning those balloons right round, Carbon.
Oh, he doesn't have any free spells for the top side Royal Champion over there doing so much damage, but he's got the Stone Slammer, which if it pops, potentially a dragon will come out, and that can help clear off the Royal Champion. But his queen, she is somehow still alive here. She needs to move her way through, but this Stone Slammer, the RC, is doing so much work. There is the haste, and the dragon comes out, but the balloons are going to die off to the multi here.
I was kind of surprised we didn't see that haste a little bit earlier. That scatter shot took down a huge chunk of balloons. I understand he wanted to save it for the multi-target Inferno there, but you gotta address what's taking down your troops as that scatter shot took down the main force of balloons. The queen's gonna try her best to finish this base off, but she's also gotta get through the walls, which, oh, that's gonna slow her down. So even if he has a chance, the time is not on his side as we near that 20-second remaining mark.
Yeah, the queen looking to charge her way into this top and grab as much her value as possible, but the Archer Tower, Double Cannon, and Expo are going to be too much to get through. Way too many point defenses, and only about 5 seconds left here, and down goes the queen. And he's going to finish this off with a 97% 2-star there for existence. That is still a really great answer that they came in with.
I mean, a really impressive attack there by Captain 99, because that Queen Walk, how much value do you want to get off a Queen Walk? Like, getting through the entirety of that base and just being held up right till the very end there. Still a very impressive high percentage 2-star, which should help carry them through, because we've still seen that opening attack from RTK really holding them back, so they're going to have to do a lot to get back into this War Bash.
You see that huge percentage difference, and you mentioned that epic queen charge, and we've seen that on both sides now. And with any queen charge attack, if you can keep the queen up through the main phase and she comes through the back end to help out, it's going to be massive. You invest so much space to that queen charge, so you want to do your best to keep her up and move it. We're going to have Dawn from RTK coming in, and it looks like we got Zap Drags here, Carbon. No super minions, just a straight up drag loon with those lightning spells. Or maybe just one lightning spell, actually.
Yep. Just the lightning earthquake to help deal with that Inferno Tower, just like we've seen so many times. The Wizard Tower is going to stay. Did pull out the Lava Hound, which is going to be quite a bit annoying for these heroes, especially when he decides to drop that King and the Queen. You're going to slow them down. Baby Dragon is down, trying to pull this Lava Hound out, which means Baby Dragon is going to try to clear it, but the Hound is moving away because of the poison spell, but there is a Wizard to help assist, and this should be really nice to help clear off the Lava Hound and then set up the pathing for the Dragons.
That's right, the Baby Dragon gonna pop the Hound right here as that last shot comes in, and the King is working around, gonna use the minions. I think he's trying to do his best not to deploy his Queen here until all those lava pups are out. Just get her as much value as possible, as the King's gonna tank out in front of her. That Baby Dragon, Carmen, that Baby Dragon is still up, helping the funnel there on the left-hand side. Now we have the King and Queen coming in. Got a few balloons, perhaps going to try to push these heroes into this compartment, as we have a super wall breaker coming in right now following that King, and that compartment is wide open now.
Yeah, he's going to try to get all this value on the top side here. The King and the Ice Golems all charging the way in. E-Drag is down south, trying to get some skips. Find the Tesla Farm down here near the Town Hall. The Queen's making her way there. Oh, there's a Ground Skelly. The enemy King, if this Queen was able to get more value, imagine a multi, the Eagle, the Air Expo. I just don't think the Queen's going to have enough to get through this.
That enemy King held her up just a little bit much. I think he wanted his King to be able to take that out, but didn't quite happen. The Dragons now on the Town Hall, as that Warden's going to protect them through that Giga Bomb, and they are working through. However, we do have an air defense locked on, and we're going into 2 scatter shots, which could be devastating, but going to put that Stone Slammer out in front to try to tank just a little bit there, Carmen.
Yeah, the Eagle Artillery, though, look at this, standing all the way on the top side of the space, just gonna stay there and being rained and fired down on these Dragons. Finally, some Dragons make it to the Eagle. He's dropping a freeze up top. The Stone Slammer did pop, but these Dragons, I don't know if he's gonna have enough with the top, and air defense is still gonna be firing upon him.
That air defense is doing work. That final Eagle shot came in there, and we got, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dragons up. If you count the Electro Dragon as an 8, the 8th Dragon, but the air defense finally goes down here, Carmen. This has got a shot. 26 seconds, however. It's got to be close. RTK needs a 3-star here, as they're so far behind on percentage. But the time, the devastating factor here.
Unfortunately, these Dragons are not going to be able to push their way through. He does have an E-Drag to get some chain value, but he's just not going to have it. These storages are going to rain, stay up here. And 3, 2, 1, just gonna be about 95% 2-star there for RTK. They're putting up the solid 2 stars, very high percentage, but they're just not keeping match to existence at the moment.
They had that slight misstep early on, but they bounced back really strong. Unfortunate there, because he definitely had enough to finish off the base. Plenty of dragons, just needed maybe 8 more seconds to get those final few buildings down. Existence gonna look to further their lead with this next attack coming in. We're gonna have El Tenyo coming in, and it looks like we have another Queen Charge Lalo here, Carbon. Is that all we're gonna see from Existence? Stick to their specialty?
Exactly. They love the Queen of Charge Lalos. I know Rigatores is known for it, and as the captain of Existence, they are leading in his footsteps, and they are showing off Existence skills at Queen Charge Lalo. When most clans don't do that, they go to some different attack strategy. There's the lightning. RC ability does clear this section. Great job with the RC here. Now he can continue this charge with the Queen, trying to get the value, maybe make her the Queen's. Oh, he finds a tornado trap right away. I wonder if this is going to affect the Queen's pathing here.
It looks like he did a good job clearing out here, and he's going to use the King to try to squeeze this Queen into that compartment and take out the scatter shot of the enemy Queen. But you're right, that tornado did pull that Queen down just a little bit, and there she goes. She steps up to the enemy Queen, and she's going to have a great path. She's going to clear everything out. Oh, but the ability gets popped before she can stay alive. Clan Castle is out here, though, Carbon.
Yeah, he's dealing with these super minions defending. The Headhunter runs after the Queen, but he does one-shot the Headhunter. The super wall break is also just sneaking barely in. Now his Queen can reach the Town Hall and get all this value here. Unbelievable. This is looking so great here. We do have sweepers on the top side. Where's he going to start this Lalo? He needs to take the Town Hall. It looks like the Queen will make her way to the top side of the space. It looks like he does decide to drop the Stone Slammer up top, and the Lalo looks to be coming up there.
That's right, that Lalo gonna follow in. Stone Slammer out in front, being locked onto that single target Inferno. Nice use of the freeze spell, and here we go. The Lava Hounds coming in with the balloons behind. That Warden gonna protect. Great use of the freeze to keep that Stone Slammer strong through there. But that scatter shot dealing some massive damage with that Royal Champion in the midst of it.
Yeah, his Queen did end up going down there, so the healers have actually ran across the base. They pulled a little bit of traps, moved around there, but he's got balloons flying around. Does drop the freeze just in time onto that scatter shot, so these balloons can try to keep that momentum push around. Does he have enough? He needs to take the scatter down. Can it? The dragon moves off and gets stuck onto the King here. The balloons are making their way down, but there's still 2 air defenses and a splash wizard tower standing bash.
If he would have been able to keep that Queen up, she would have likely broken into that compartment and taken down the air defense, but oh, just not enough here. Committed so much, not only space, but spells to that epic Queen charge, and it is just rough as he's trying to finish this one off. The Dragon and Warden still pretty healthy, but an air defense is going to take them down quickly here. If that Dragon actually goes over to the air defense, he may get a little luck on this. Oh, the Dragon going over to the closest target, which is that Wizard Tower. So close here, Carbon. Can the Warden get this air defense down?
Oh, wait a second. Oh, wasn't damaged. The Warden. No, the air defense picks off that Warden, and exactly what the Warden's expression is right now with the hands on his head. He wishes he was able to just barely continue that push. We've seen some attacks earlier today, just barely getting triples. And this one, unfortunately, was not enough for Existence. What a great try, but still, Existence is doing a great job in this Warbanks.
Yes, another high percentage 2-star. So, and the only thing that's separating these two clans right now is just that little chunk of percentage that unfortunately RTK lost out at the beginning of the war. But yes, we need to remind the viewers that this is not for a golden ticket, not for a place in the finals. This is for pride and for gems. 10,000 gems for the winning clan and 5,000 for the losing clan. So Bash, still a lot on the line.
You know what you could do with all of those gems, Banks? You could get some of this update gemmed up. Gem it all, Daddy-O. Let's go. We're going to have Diff coming in from RTK, and it looks like we got a Zap Lalo. Maybe a little bit of a heavier kill squad as we have a Golem selected. Where do you think he's going to try to charge in? Maybe towards that Queen? Oh, towards the Eagle here, Carbon.
It looks like he's sending in the Royal Champion right away behind the Golem. You don't see golems used all too much, except we've been seeing a resurgence of golems used with the spam witch attack strategy. But in this one, he's going to try to have the golem tanking all these point defenses, which is actually looking really strong right now.
That was a great read right there. Great use of that golem to keep the royal champion up. He obviously wants to get to the eagle artillery with the royal champion alone and have the king and queen come in here. Can the royal champion get through it? She's under some fire from the cannon and that multi, but the eagle looks to go down. What a great start to this attack as the heroes have cleared out the whole right side of this base, essentially, Carbon.
He did indeed. The only thing, though, is that multi-target Inferno standing. Pops the queen ability. She's going to be stepping up. She's probably going for the storage next. Yeah, she's not going for this air defense. Where's she going? Can she grab the AD with 1, 2, and there, the air defense does go down. The beautiful thing is there's no eagle artillery, so he doesn't have to worry about the eagle. Lock onto these balloons and doing a massive amount of damage with the splash there. He's at 45%. He needs to get to 51 or some damage to Talon to activate it. He's pushing his way through. He's got another 3 haste and 2 freezes to go, and this queen is still standing, but hang on. He's got the Warrior Turtle Tome. He pops and protects the loons, and get ready for the headhunters. They need to come across from the top side because the king is over in the bottom down here.
That's right. You're going to have to send those headhunters all the way across the base.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. The headhunters not quite making it, but we got a ton of balloons up. We got that stone slammer still going strong.
Wait a sec.
The queen went down there, Carbon.
Yes.
Queen's out. This is looking like a 3-star for Diff.
Look at that. He was able to just barely have those headhunters pinpoint that queen. At the exact right angle, they went for her, took her down with those few shots, and Diff coming in with a stone slammer that's not even popped. What an attack here from RTK, which is now going to give them the 3-star advantage. But Existence will have to answer the call, and we have the minions finishing off these storages. Great hit from Diff here.
I think even if that queen didn't go down, there was so much up there and likely a dragon in that stone slammer. So Diff would have probably been okay as he had a great push through there with the Lalo, the opener on that attack, using that royal champion behind the golem. Great read on that base. So now Existence, they're up on percentage. But remember, stars matter first. It always goes stars percent, and then in the unlikely event of a star percent tie, down to time. So let's see if Krasan, who was the MVP of the last qualifier, went perfect throughout all their matchups, can respond and get a triple with another Queen Charge Lalo here, Carbon.
They are doing Queen Charge Lalo. It's like what Tribe Gaming did in all their attacks with the Super Witches. Existence is doing it with the Queen Charge Lalo. One of the hardest, if not the most difficult attack strategy in the game, and pretty much has been for the longest time because of the difficulty to charge the queen where you want, plus using the balloons to go around. Is, if someone can use that, they've truly mastered this game. But he's trying to charge in. There's the super wall break, and look at this. He's gonna have the king go in for the eagle artillery.
That king is getting massive value. He's gonna pop his ability. Not only the eagle there, but he's gonna be able to take out some wizard towers, which can splash and weaken any Lalo attack. And the queen's gonna come over and finish off that bow. The super minions are out. Wow, what a start to this attack. We'll see that super wall breaker come in, and this is gonna give the queen access to the town hall and everything else in the base. Krasan walking deep inside.
Oh my, look at this queen getting all this value here. All right, the biggest thing we have to look for is the red air bomb in the middle. If there is a red air bomb, his healers are completely wiped since they got hit 3 times by that eagle artillery. Ground Skelly is going to slow down. Does force that queen ability here. Stone Slammer's moving up towards that scatter shot, but there is a defending royal champion. He doesn't have any headhunters, so hopefully he can continue this charge in. He drops another rage to keep her alive. Poison misses the royal champion here, but she comes back, and he can clear her, take her out.
This queen charge is epic, Carbon. Krasan gutted the core, and now we got the Lalo working through that stone slammer with all those balloons. However, no lava hounds out in front as that first one popped pretty early, but the Warden's Eternal Tome will protect everything as we don't have too much splash damage up. The air defense gonna look to deal mass amounts of damage, but there's a herd of balloons. It's looking like a balloon parade out here. Wizard Tower gonna look to weaken this attack as Krasan is looking strong through the back end of this base. Oh baby, it's looking like a triple, Carbon.
Indeed, he's got plenty of loons, not too much left here, just the air expo and the air defense. finds the tornado trap, but the dragon is up. Hang on, and hopefully he doesn't find too many traps here. He finds another Seeking Air Mine. Did we speak too soon here, Bash?
Oh no, did I jinx Croissant? Oh, it's looking okay. No jinx. No jinx here, Carbon. No. We got this. Yes. Croissant. Wow, you were right though. So many traps popped up there. That tornado held everything up. And another Seeking Air Mine.
Wow.
Croissant's gonna have enough to respond with a triple, keeping that hot streak going. Another 3-star banks.
A little bit of uncertainty getting towards the end of that attack, but Croissant manages to secure the triple, answering right back against RTK, keeping this a percentage race for now. So it all comes down to these last 2 attacks. What can RTK do? Can they pull it out of the bag with the triple and then just pray that Existence don't answer back with one of their own, Carbon?
Absolutely. They've shown they've come in with 2 triples so far, and even though they're down on percent, so if they 3-star, which is going to force Existence the triple to win to be a percentage advantage. But here we go. Warning. Coming in for RTK, and we've got the Queen, the Sui, the Lalo, the old school Sui Lalo with 2 skeleton spells. Bash, this is one of the older attacks that we've seen way before Town Hall 13. And the introduction of Scatter Shots and Royal Champion made it so difficult, but he's trying to bring the Skelly spells back.
Warning, going old school here. Let's see if we can get these heroes to go into this compartment to take down that enemy queen, take down the Scatter Shot, and if he's really lucky, he can get all the way over to that Eagle Artillery, but the queen, the queen is not going into this compartment, Carbon.
Oh no, he's not going to be able to reach that. Oh, he wanted that sweeper. The king's going to beat through the wall. Imagine if the queen stepped up there. Could have potentially dealt with the clan castle. He didn't pull out the full CC. Maybe the queen could have stepped up and grabbed that Eagle Artillery if he got to the wall there, but out comes some goblins. Going to slow down this king even more here. But now he's going to have to adapt here on the fly. But that sweeper is pointing over the Eagle, which is going to hurt so much.
And as you mentioned, not a full clan castle pool, so there could still be some super minions in there perhaps, as we have a few archers out. That queen's trying to do her best, building up the suspense here. As Warning is trying to get the most out of the queen. Real Champion was already deployed, and Carbon, I don't think that Sui was what he was looking for, as there is a ton of base and key structure still up.
He is going all out. He knows they pretty much have to triple, and he's lallowing from the opposite side of this town hall. He's going all out. He's not giving in. He's going for the 3-star. He's going for the balloons up top, and he does freeze a single target Inferno, so he did miss that freeze there, unfortunately. Could have also got the Air Expo. But here comes the Grand Warden coming in on the left side. And the question, he's got 2 skellies. He's got 4 freezes. Finally uses another one here onto the town hall. No, the rage on the outside, Bash.
No! We saw this earlier, a grassed rage. He needed that spell support. He actually recovered really nicely as his Sui did not go the way as planned, but the rage is gonna hurt there. That Stone Slammer trying to do as much as it can, and do we have the skeleton spell coming in for the Royal Champion to distract her? Carbon, it was so close, but also no Warden Eternal Tome for that Town Hall hurt.
Yeah, unfortunately, that rage could have helped those balloons get so quickly through. And is that a Lava Hound inside of that Stone Slammer? Look at how much he got down on this hit. From what imagine if his queen stepped in and got all that value. Is this going to be It is almost there. The pups, the baby dragon, if anything, time.
Yeah.
That wizard tower, unbelievable. Look what he did. He managed to turn it around to this. What an incredible hit.
Yeah, I agree. That attack definitely did not look like it went the way he planned it, but a great recovery. As you mentioned at the start of this attack, he knew he needed it all. He had to go for the triple, didn't quite get there. He got a 97%, so he's gonna hope for Existence is gonna falter in their last attack. They're gonna need a really low percentage 2-star to pull this out, but here we go. We got tons of suspense coming in. What a great recovery on this attack by Warning. I'm still impressed. Even with the grass rage, he almost got all of those defenses down and finished that one off, Carbon.
Imagine if he didn't grasp that one rage spell and used it into the core. It would have been unbelievable there, but here we go. The final attack coming in for Existence. And every single attack for Existence has been a queen charge Lalo. Let's go, Bash. And you actually using the lightning spell here to get this value to take out the Inferno Tower.
But we've seen on previous attacks, Carbon, some epic queen charges using a ton of spells, and I believe we even saw this from Existence last month, where they commit nearly all of their spells to the zap or the queen charge and just go through with the Lalo with just like a 1 or 2 freeze spells. But Almalin's gonna need a 73% 2-star here and leaving it all on the line as this queen is gonna charge into the base. How do you feel about this start, Carbon?
This is looking pretty solid here. He's got, oh, hang on. Did I speak too soon? Should go to the Eagle Artillery. Yes, she does. Okay, he does have a balloon. Should drop this beautiful balloon here. Should hopefully find potentially a Seeking Air Mine near the Eagle. He can drop a second super wall break to go into the middle towards his multi if she steps up in here. Hang on, Queen. Where are you going to go? There is one Seeking Air Mine. There's probably another one on the left side since it looks like to be a symmetrical base here, Bash.
That's right. Trying to pull him out, and the queen comes back, Carbon. If he can get the super wall breaker in there, which she does, this queen is going to have access and doing exactly what I was speaking to, committing all of these spells to this epic queen charge. She's going to be able to get the Town Hall. She's going to be able to get out the enemy queen, the enemy royal champion. He still does have a poison spell and a freeze. Last rage spell goes down, but the clan castle still not out. Here comes that royal champion just below the queen charge here, Carbon.
Yeah, look at that. He freezes the enemy queen, freezes a single target inferno to protect his royal champion. What? This charge is epic here. Look at this. Now the queen can take the Town Hall down. Just Existence make this look so easy.
How do they do this? I try to do something like this, and my queen is already over at the 9 o'clock position, walking around the outside of the base, and I'm struggling for a 2-star, but Almalin showed us why Existence is one of the top clans in the world. But that queen, Carbon, that queen is going to get beat down by these scat. Oh, no, she's down.
Did we just jinx it here?
Carbon, I'm blaming you. Carbon jinxed it, not Bash.
He needs a 2-star, 73%. What's going on? He's switching up the Lalo to go straight for the Town Hall. He dropped the poison on top of his queen, which meant the CC absolutely shredded the queen here. He's at 65. This completely changed so quick. Here he goes. He's got a warden ability for the Town Hall. Remember, he just needs a 73. Can he get it just a few more percent and the Town Hall here?
He's working. Is this actually going to be close? The suspense is real. 71, 72 is coming. Oh, my goodness, Carbon.
Look at this.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
Yes.
Oh, man. What a nail-biter to finish this war. Almalin coming in clutch. Great adaptation there. Not quite getting the Town Hall with the queen, recognizing that, and just full sending all those balloons right at the Town Hall. And look at this. He almost has enough to get this down here, Carbon.
This base would have been completely crushed if that queen stayed alive and grabbed that Town Hall. Just imagine. But it shows the level of these players coming in to adapt on the fly to save the attack, which means Existence are going to come in here and win this show match.
Yes, they are just about full sending straight into that Town Hall with the second wave of his attacks. Absolutely having to get that Town Hall down. Existence will win the show match. 10,000 gems to them and 5,000 gems to RTK. Congratulations to both of those teams putting on such a great show match for us. And it's also worth reminding the viewers that while this show match was playing out, our 2 finalists were chipping away and frantically analyzing bases and cooking up armies. So make sure you don't go anywhere. But we are tied on stars, and look at that tiny amount of percentage difference there, Bash.
Man, what a crazy war that finished. Oh my goodness, great adaptation there by Almalin to get the percentage that his team needed, building up the proper suspense before that grand final, and Existence showing how they were so strong in that last qualifier, adapting using that queen charge Lalo here today.
Well, a huge congratulations to Existence once again. A solid performance and fantastic attack recognition when they needed to adapt, showcasing their skill and reminding the viewers why they are at this level. So we definitely need to break down that last war. So who better than Lady B at the Telestrator?
Thanks so much, Banks. Incredible showing there from Existence. We saw tons of queen charge action, but this one from Creason was exemplary. And that's because he showed the true value of the queen charge portion. Now, because you are expending so much troops value with this, you really need to ensure that you support your queen here. And we start off with that with this royal champion coming in, helping to support the queen portion. Now, a slight delay on the healers. You need to make sure you're testing out for a few key things here. So we do see the drop of the Coco Loon here to ensure that the healers stay safe as well. And the one great thing that I absolutely loved about this was the supportive action of the king to help support this queen charge. We get to see the use not only of a wall break for the queen charge, but we see a king charge moving in to eliminate the eagle artillery. Now this takes it down early on, so there's not too much damage for the queen charge portion, but also so there's not too much damage on that back end. You don't want that eagle raining down on your loon parade on the tail end of this. So as we continue on, we get to see this shaping up into an epic path with the queen working her way into the core. And let me just pause here for a second, because what I want to show you is the fact that we still have air sweepers up, and that's key to any air defense type attack, that you need to make sure these are eliminated. So the queen moving through the core is going to be key to take this on. Now he ensures that his queen gets that pathing moving in to take out that first initial air sweeper here. Once that goes down, he knows he can be set and ready to go in order to start his Laloon portion. But this takes on not only the air sweepers, but some great damage by eliminating the town hall here and that impact. So we do get to see the warden ability reserved later in the raid, as we do have the scatter shots to worry about. But let's talk about pathing again. We've got this nice compact closed shape sweep around the base. So what the queen essentially has done is created beautiful pathing to move in through, sweep around those loons, and create just some solid push through the tail end of this raid. With that stone slammer coming in, with the warden ability held, we get that push coming for that scatter shot. When you know you have these scatter shots to worry about, you need to think, what am I going to have to take that on? So if you can save your warden ability for that, which this queen did allow in the charge, you are going to be golden. So again, if you're looking to do a queen charge, Lalo, think about what supportive action you're going to have for your queen charge, how you're going to use your heroes to help support her, and what kind of pathing you're going to create. This was a great example of how to push through and create a nice path for your Laloon. And now, with that amazing showing, we get ready to head on into the final match of the day, the grand finals, and hopefully we're going to see even more incredible Clash of Clans action to come, and those 3 stars rolling through.
Thank you so much, Lady B, for breaking down that attack. And I think you know what time it is. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's close out this 5th qualifier with a bang. And who better to guide us over the finishing line than the human thesaurus and the expert's expert. It's Woody and Judo Sloth. Welcome back to the desk. We're here to find out who will be joining alternate attacks for Tang, Nishang Dance, and Existence in the World Finals at the end of the year. Judo, what has been the most impressive use of the meta for you so far?
I think it has to be the Super Witches by Tribe Gaming. Will we see it here in the finals? I cannot wait. Remember, Darkest MuZhan actually beat Tribe in qualifier number 1. And here you see Nick with the perfect so far 100%, and also some fantastic stats for Darkest MuZhan as well.
Well, this is what this weekend has been all about. This moment right here, right now, the final war of the 5th qualifier. Who will get that golden ticket and earn their place in the World Finals? Will it be Tribe Gaming or Darkest MuZhan? Let's find out, Woody.
Just when you thought this war day could not get any wilder, the bracket has shaped up to face off two fierce clans. Tribe Gaming, a world's competitor from last year, bringing Eve Maxi Itsu and Eve Check back to the main lineup with Lexnos and Nick scoring triples back to back to back. Nick is the MVP for this squad, but Wei on the other side is just as terrifying. The MVP from Worlds last year has picked up three stars just this month so far, and it's going to look to start again for Darkest MuZhan, a team that seemed to falter a bit in the semis earlier today, but as you mentioned, Judo picked up a 14 to 11 star win in their last match against Tribe Gaming. That advantage is gonna carry on and send them to their first fight, moving in hard and fast with mass witches.
In that matchup, Woody, it was also a 96.6% damage, but Tribe Gaming have really racked up the percentages this time around. Notice these super witches to the left-hand side, the regular witches, my apologies, have already taken down the single target Inferno. Tribe Gaming showcased the super witches. Way of Darkest MuZhan want to flip it on its head and take Tribe Gaming down with the regular witches, Woody.
The witches are streaming into the interior of this base. The wall compartments have been really awkwardly placed for Wei, doing his best to keep these witches concentrated and behind the big forces out front. He's getting a lot of support from the healers, which have now split up, most of them in the interior, but one wandering toward the top to support another couple of witches, but they are burnt up by the Inferno towers. Jump spells get them into the interior, but a big giant bomb explodes. There's a lot of splash damage to deal with, Judo.
Taking massive fire from the Eagle Artillery, the Scatter Shot, and the Multi in combination with that giant bomb. But the Witches do indeed get their way through. Still has the Queen ability and the Royal Champion's ability, but with under a minute, Woody, it could be time. That is the factor. The Queen's ability is used. The Multi Inferno burns up the rest of the Witches in that area. They can get pathing to it from the north of the base, but it could be the Royal Champion coming in clutch here.
Knocked the Queen over. That big chess piece is now lost for Wei. The final compartment to defend this base is getting a big shield slam right in their face. Royal Champion tosses it out and has only got a little bit of time left to finish this off. Throws those spears, and she is undeniable. Wei from Darkest MuZhan gets the first triple in this grand finals match.
He is the MVP of last year's World Championships for a reason, Woody. He can come in, keep his cool when he really needs to, and in the grand final of Championship Sunday against a very impressive and on-form Tribe Gaming, he does exactly what he needed to do.
That is how you start a match, and take a look at the replay to watch it in action again. Witches spread out across the entirety of this board, and Hog Riders to support those knockdown hits on those defensive towers. Archer towers, mortars getting wrecked all over the board. Great job to Darkest MuZhan. Wei really starting things off with a big bang. But Tribe Gaming have an even higher hit rate this month than their opponents. They've also made it to the grand finals. This is actually the first time that both of these teams have made it to the finals this year. They've been in the semis before. Of course, Tribe Gaming dropped to Darkest MuZhan in that June qualifier, but oh, actually, hold on. Darkest MuZhan made it to the finals that first month, but lost. Tribe Gaming, however, have had more appearances in the semis. They are a more consistent team, and if they can just bounce back with a big hit here, they will keep on path to the win that they have so long sought.
Well, they have broken their curse, moved from the semis to the finals, but they need their revenge now, Ruddy. It was Darkest MuZhan, as you mentioned, who knocked them out, and it is Nick who is currently perfect across this qualifier. He is the man to step up to the plate here, starting very cautiously with his king to the 9 o'clock area, queen up to the 12 o'clock area of the map, and it looks like the dragons will soon be deployed direct towards the town hall.
Nick is the undeniable, perfect MVP attacker for this entire month. 4 attacks and 4 triples. He is not going to let the 5th one go easy. Sends in the dragons with loons to support. Catches a seeking airmine, but unfortunately went onto a dragon. That's a big hit for him early on. But with rage spells and eternal tome to protect, those super minions on defense aren't going to connect.
Well, the dragons are pushing all of the way way through because there is no air sweepers. Notice the wizard towers to the perimeter of the base. Nick has a plan for each and every one of them. Freezes the one to the right of the base as the bats come through. Down it goes. The Royal Champion in that area freezes the scatter shot as well, Woody. The bats are gaining tremendous force here. He freezes the scatter again, and this is incredible for Nick.
Bat bomb detonation and a demonstration of perfection from Nick at Tribe Gaming, the single most dominant Dragon Strike for this entire month so far. Over a minute left and no defenses remaining. Count those dragons, there's 7 of them left, Judo.
Nick wants to make sure that if this went down to time, Tribe Gaming are well in the lead. Like you said, nearly 1 minute left. What a way to respond to the opening 3-star of Darkest MuZhan. Both of these teams really wanting that golden ticket, Banks.
That is how you kick off the grand final of the 5th qualifier. I mean, let's just say putting your best foot forward, Wei smashing out a triple, and followed by Nick absolutely destroying that base with so much time left over. It's unreal. Cannot believe what I just witnessed. Woody, this is going to be one of the best wars of the year so far.
Nick had a swag freeze to drop on the Darkest MuZhan CC at the very end. So much overwhelming force, so much time left, so many troops still on the board. That was the single best dragon attack I have ever seen, Banks. A 3-3 draw right now for these two teams as we start the next round of combat. Darkest MuZhan will be hopping in, and guess who it is? It's 25 plus. He has 3 triples from the 4 wars he's fought, and his lowest hit rate percentage was a 2-star 94%. He always comes in for maximum destruction. One of the new additions to this Darkest MuZhan lineup, they have really bolstered their hit rate with this guy. Let's see if he can do it again with this hybrid army.
The 3 stars he gained, Woody, were all using this exact attack strategy. The one time he didn't use it is when he didn't get the 3 stars. So he's confident with this, charging his queen down to the town hall very early, taking that out alongside the clan castle troops. And notice the Tesla up to the top of the base. Maybe 25 can adapt here and make sure that his hybrid pushes through that early on, but it looks like it is exactly as planned to start out.
25 plus grabs that big old lava hound, and just out of Barbarian King range, she has an easy time taking it down. The 1 minute mark has passed though, and this is starting to go a little bit slow. 25 plus has really got to push the pedal to the metal. This is a race to the finish, and he has got no time to lose. Hogs and miners can deal a massive amount of damage. They are not often a force that runs out of time, but you really have to get in there fast if you're going on such a long queen charge. I don't know how he's going to do it. Do you think he's got the gas left in the tank, Judo?
Well, he's starting the hybrid right now because, as you mentioned, Woody, time is ticking. He still has a super wall breaker, so he wants the queen even further into the base. Most likely where the scatter shot is, he has already lost a healer. That could cost him the single. The queen here burning up. The ability goes off, Woody. That could be huge moving to the back end of this attack.
That was a really hot moment there. 25 plus popped that queen ability to deny that Inferno's massive charge up damage, but that means she won't have it for later on, facing off against 2 more Infernos. Oh, the heat is coming in. She's been locked onto. Royal Champion throwing away at her. Archer Queen is down, and 25 has lost a big force of this raid.
No freeze to protect the Archer Queen. He still does have a lot of hogs and miners, and with the single target Infernos, he could get through this. He still has the Royal Champion as well. With her ability, a lot of things going in his favor, but where will the hogs and miners go? There's a lot of buildings down to the 6 o'clock area, Woody, and he needs them to path into this compartment with the Expo, the Wizard Tower, and the single. The single continues to heat up onto the defenses, onto the troops, but oh my word, it looks like he is going to get this one.
No, a spring trap denies those hogs. That's a big hit on 25 plus's force, and it's going to be a race for the 3-star. All defensive buildings have been eliminated, but can the Wizards get there in time? One single hog rider with his miner buddy is not enough to finish off that last round of buildings.
2, 1. No, it is so close. Wow, he had so many troops around it. And can you believe, Woody, that a 99% time fail could even be the difference maker in this matchup?
A 2-star 99% is heartbreak for Darkest MuZhan, but the Tribe fans are cheering in chat. Their defenses have held up by the skin of their teeth, just barely holding on the armor on that last Dark Elixir storage, the crucial factor. Hey, you may say that those buildings on the outside don't matter, but the positioning to deny that last little hit is exactly what Tribe Gaming needed. With that 2-star from Darkest MuZhan, Tribe Gaming might be able to pull ahead, but wow, Judo, the bar has been set so high.
It certainly has. Tribe Gaming with 14 stars, 13 stars, then 14 stars. They are on a roll, and Lexnos is using their Super Witch attack strategy. He was the only person not to 3-star in their previous war, with the Witches unfortunately taking the healers around the base, so he will be sure that he wants to correct that and get the 3-star when it really matters now in the grand final.
Lexnos is a based, bunny-owning bodybuilder, eats lots of protein and gets those push-ups in the morning. He told us that's what gives him the speed, the finesse, the alacrity to get these bases demolished in record time. Super Witches, a favorite of the Tribe Gaming squad, are coming back in, and he is wasting no time on the early setup. They move slowly, but they pack a punch and last a whole lot longer than most other troops, Judo.
They are directly into the base for this attack as well. Exactly what Lexnos wants. The air sweeper goes down. That should allow the balloons now to move ahead of the healers and potentially get any of the black air bombs to protect the healers. The jump spell does allow them to the town hall, which will go down momentarily. And it's all about keeping these Super Witches alive. The more you can keep alive in the center, the more big boys continue to spawn, and it spirals from there. That is exactly what Tribe Gaming want. Notice the Hog Riders and the Royal Champion sweeping around the outside of the base, Woody.
The Grand Warden has been knocked down. Lexnos' big life aura is gone, and with it, a major offensive component of this raid has been eliminated. Healers split up a little bit, one still protecting the Queen as she pops through this multi-target Inferno. That's a crucial target to finish off, and with the ability, she will be able to do it. But top side of the base is slow going and very weak. A Super Witch has locked onto a wall, and it's hogging those healers. Not going to get any support as they're way far back from the rest of this squad. Lexnos is one of the new additions to this Tribe Gaming lineup, having not joined them at Worlds last year. He's seeking to justify his place here on the roster, but it is not working out for him with this hit.
Oh, he might have been able to do this if the single target Inferno went down to the Royal Champion. It has a slither of health, Woody, but it will be enough to fry the Super Witch at the top. And unfortunately for Lexnos, it is again about the percentage. Now, I don't think he can get anywhere close to the 99% that was just put up by Darkest MuZhan. So now, if they were to 3-star, they would indeed put themselves back in the lead here against Tribe Gaming.
Well, close is a relative question. He is going to be 12% behind where his opponents were at. Actually, narrowing it down even further with a kill on this Archer Tower. If the big boy can just wander on over, knocks it down, and they're 11% behind at this point. But that's a pretty nice pickup for Darkest MuZhan, Banks.
Yes, an 88% 2-star from Lexnos. Darkest MuZhan can breathe a sigh of relief because they thought that they'd handed them a little bit of an opening to Tribe Gaming with a 99% time fail, but now we are even on stars. Darkest MuZhan have edged ahead, and Tribe Gaming have a little bit of work to do here, Judo.
They certainly do. I was watching the Hog Riders and Royal Champion on the outside of the base, and as Woody said, the Grand Warden going down in the center was the big difference maker. So here we now have B of Darkest MuZhan to try and make this attack count. The zap into Hog Riders, lightning spells starting us off, Woody, and he has 3-starred with this attack earlier on this weekend.
He's only picked up one 3-star, though. He's got the lowest hit rate from the Darkest MuZhan squad. Still though, he picked up a 3-star in the previous war against Tribe Gaming. He was the stinger in Tribe's eye. Will he be able to swoop back in and get his team another big shot up on top? They've got a percentage advantage, but stars are what you're really looking for here. Missing out on that last triple, it is still a very even match right now, and B is looking to get that lead.
Wow, the Royal Champion on the left-hand side taking the Town Hall on the final hit. That is huge value, Woody. She got an Inferno Tower, then the Town Hall, allowing the King and Queen to push into the base. If he can take the defending heroes here, he has a very strong push with the Hog Riders, and he even has 5 Headhunters to help out as well.
Fantastic front right into that base. Those heroes have done a massive job keeping that Archer Queen alive. He pops the ability, but looks like he might lose her to that multi-target Inferno nonetheless. Gotta really get the damage in there fast. No, she gets dropped by the scatter shot. B still has a ton of Hog Riders though, and with only one enemy hero still standing, they don't have a whole lot to worry about. Protection from the Grand Warden coming in, but he's already popped the life, the Eternal Tome. He's doing his best to protect, but there's relatively few spells to help out these Hog Riders. Only one heal now dropped right on top of that multi-target Inferno, and a free spell to help him out, but the tornado's going off. Judo!
Amazing deployment of the Hog Riders from the top to directly target the multi in the center. That was really Tribe Gaming's big defense on this. Boom! Especially with the tornado. And as you mentioned, Woody, the second multi takes down Hog Riders. It will be the defense that Tribe Gaming need.
Double giant bomb is so powerful. Wrecks those hoggies and they are blown sky high, ejected to the nether realm. They will be flipping and turning in their graves, wishing they could have gotten another shot or two off. B is denied the triple, a 2-star 87%, as Eve Maxi's defenses will hold on.
I can't help but think that Tribe Gaming baited this. The fact that getting... Say again, Woody? What was that?
I'm telling B he's got to end it. If this goes down to a tie, those extra seconds spent letting an archer fire away at a wall are gonna be really regretted.
Oh, yeah. That's a crucial thing. Normally you would let your troops just try and get any extra percentage, but you are right. With no clear way of getting an extra percentage, he had to end the battle there. That is a very valid point, Woody.
I'm worried on behalf of Darkest MuZhan. They only have a slim 1.3% damage lead, and missing the triple there against a Tribe Gaming squad that's put them up back to back to back. This is coming very close to being a turnaround opportunity for Tribe now, Judo.
Yeah, there was so many traps within that base. He got huge value with the hero dive, but the Hog Riders just hit every single trap that was placed for them. Now we have Itsu. We know how good he is. We know how solid he is in a very stressful situation. He has competed in so many Clash of Clans tournaments. He just has to hold his nerve together here, get a 3-star for Tribe Gaming, and put them well back in the lead for this grand final. Woody.
Itsu is one of the most storied competitors in the entire Clash of Clans esports scene. A pro player who has got a YouTube channel of his own to share the best tips and secrets he's found in his way. He's going to take a big hit on that Grand Warden, though. Almost lets him go down, but perfect timing with the free spell, and a few more shots do survive that big heat up. He's going to continue pushing into the right compartment. This World Finals competitor from last year has picked up several triples so far this month, and always above 90%. You can expect great things from this hit, Judo.
Really holding his nerve there, Woody. By taking down the elixir storage, it does not seem like much, but it will control the Yetis and the bowlers directly onto the scatter shot instead of having the bowlers shoot across to the elixir storage. Now, the Grand Warden's ability is perfect to protect the balloons as well over the top of the Town Hall. There go the bowlers pushing forward. One scatter shot down, direct path to the multi and the eagle. It looks pretty good here for Itsu, Woody.
Eternal Tone was a bit early, and those balloons do take death damage from the Town Hall, but they're all really well protected, clumped up in that life war by the Grand Warden. Tesla Farm pops up on the left corner, and Itsu's going to have to be rerouted out through the back. But those P.E.K.K.A.s are all really healthy. If he can just keep them out in front of his heroes on back, he might still have a shot at a triple.
Wow, well, the battle blimp used at the north of the base wiped out that area. The Royal Champion was able to help, and with a minute left, there's not a lot of defenses left. There are 3 P.E.K.K.A moving through to the back end of the base. It is all about time now, Woody. He still has 1 wizard, and he has to use this in the perfect moment.
The 2 leading ladies go down. Archer Queen and Royal Champion do not get the tanking that they needed from that P.E.K.K.A squad. And with their elimination, that big ranged damage is now lost. Thankfully for Itsu, though, the holes in the walls set up on Tai's base do allow easy stabs to the outer layer. He takes down the left corner, but with 30 seconds left, that is going to be a long-haul marathon run for P.E.K.K.A s. They are not going to be able to reach the top in time. What damage will the Grand Warden be able to do? He's ticking that percentage higher and higher, but 3 stars seems unlikely at this point, Judo.
Yeah, unlikely indeed. It is all about the percentage. Unfortunately, the P.E.K.K.A moving to the top just had so little health, and it is going to be 96. Can he make it 97? Any percentage is crucial here. 97% it is. Tribe Gaming still behind on percentage, ever so slightly, Banks.
Slightest edge ahead by Darkus MuZhan. A really unfortunate time fail there for Itsu. Such an incredible attack with the P.E.K.K.A s there. Just not being able to get there. They just didn't move quick enough to get to that top side of the base, Woody.
They didn't, and you are seeing just how tight this war is shaping up to be. 3 attacks on the board from each, and they are neck and neck. Just the slimmest of a fraction of a percentage lead for Darkus MuZhan, and any single slip-up could cost them the war. But when you need that hit most, send in Kartik. Picked up 2 triples on the leading wars for his squad, and even though he's faltered with a 78% and a 90% on the last fights, he is not going to let back. He is a very flexible learner and has taken the opportunity now to come back in with one of the favorites from these pros, the Mass Dragons. No bats this time, but lots of rage and freeze to back up that early lightning damage. They are gonna go places here with a multi-target Inferno in the center, 2 spread out single targets to focus on first.
He has to get pathing right for the Dragons. Lightning, the Scatter Shot, and Cortex 2 3-star attacks were both using the Dragons. He's very carefully setting up pathing here, just taking out areas of the base very slightly. The Tesla Farm slowed him down, had to use the balloons to take that out, and with direct pathing for the Dragons to the Town Hall, here they come. They are flying straight in, Woody, but how crucial will that multi-target Inferno in the center of the base be for Tribe Gaming in this attack?
Eagle Artillery swaps its target toward the outside, gets a few shots on those exterior dragons, but great timing for the Eternal Tone, protects from that Giga Bomb and will insulate from that big explosion from the Eagle Artillery. Stone Slammer moving in to support. He gets the CC pull now. There's a lot of archers which can distract dragons for a long time. One super minion out back might pull them in, but they are going really slowly. No rage spell to help them out, and they are taking a lot of fire, Judo.
They certainly are, and the multi-target Inferno, Woody, did an incredible amount of damage to the Dragons. Definitely a good play there. There's not a lot of them pushing through the center of this base, and it's now looking a little bit difficult for Kartik. He still has the King, Queen, and Royal Champion on the board, a couple of Dragons, so he could still get this one done, but things are taking damage incredibly fast.
Master Blaster Super Minion takes the Grand Warden really far down. Another shot from the Scatter could finish him off, and that's going to force the freeze from Kartik, doing his best to keep every little troop alive as long as he possibly can. The heroes along the bottom edge are going to work wonders helping out these dragons, but they've taken a lot of fire from air defenses. Scatter shots all over the place. Kartik seems unlikely to get the 3-star, but he's not giving up yet. Still has 2 hero abilities left to use. The Queen already on the board, and the Royal Champion champion waiting in tow. There she goes. Left corner will strike at the Archer Towers. Shield should come out anytime. Pops down 2 Teslas. They are going for it, Judo.
It is so difficult to call here, Woody. The Royal Champion.
Oh!
She gets the single target Inferno. That is so huge in this attack. 20 seconds. There is a lot of buildings to still get through here with that high HP storage. Is it going to be enough, Woody, with the Queen just staying alive? I think
Yes! It is!
Oh, wow, Kartek will pull in the 3 stars for Darkest MuZhan.
When they needed it most, Kartik is the man with the plan. Mass dragons and a walloping finish with balloons. A royal champion to clutch, sealing the deal for Darkest MuZhan and putting them far and ahead at 10 stars total. Even with a triple, Tribe Gaming would still be behind after their next hit, Judo.
They certainly would. So what that means is Darkest MuZhan have put themselves in a position here where if they continue to 3-star, Tribe Gaming cannot catch up. So if Tribe Gaming 3-star here, they keep themselves in it, but Darkest MuZhan could then put it out of reach. Evechek for Tribe Gaming just has to hold his nerve, put up the 3 stars, and give them the best possible chance that they can.
Evechek is one of the most experienced clashers in the game. 2 3-stars so far this month and an 89%, 99% to back up his other hits. He just pulled off the triple to send his team on to the grand finals and is looking for another one. He knows his squad is behind it. He's got to give it everything he's got. Defenses will need to hold for Tribe, but that's not going to be good enough to pick up the win. He needs this triple, and with a big, burly, ground-based army, the Yeti Bobat will be coming in hot.
Evechek is a player that is very proficient with the Yeti Smash, using the Battle Blimp to take down the Eagle early on, and the Grand Warden Walk also does a beautiful job down to the 6 o'clock area, Woody.
2 heroes defending in that bottom right compartment, protecting that single target Inferno, but you don't have to worry too much about that with so much splash damage and rocking through with these boulders. Big charge from the Barbarian King as he pops his ability, gets a few of those little guys out in front to try to help insulate him. Wow, a big giant bomb goes off right in that bottom right compartment. Requires a heal spell to top them back off. A jump spell will get them over the hurdle, and they are still going straight for that Town Hall. Get the CC pull. Fires off a freeze spell to shut down the scatter shot. Another to send that Giga Inferno packing.
The freeze was beautiful to protect the healers as well from the air sweeper, but the tornado trap definitely countered that and held them up a little bit longer. Now the scatter shot is getting damaged. Once that goes down, that is a huge help for Evechek. With the Royal Champion to the top, though, she is targeted by the single. Uses the ability, uses the freeze to get through that. The bottom single target Inferno is the main difficulty here for Evechek now, Woody. It looks like he should have enough time. It's whether he can get through this remaining compartment.
There's a lot of walls to get through at max level. It takes a long time. Cleanup troops along the upside are going to have an easy time making it through. He needs to use this Archer Queen ability at the perfect moment. Uses it, and there it goes. A single target Inferno locks onto the Yeti, but the Yeti mites have already done a lot of damage to it. They're going to knock it all the way through. This looks like a triple to me, Judo.
Grand Warden got it, and that protects the Royal Champion coming through. Notice to the top area of your screen, Wizard, Minion, Archer, everything to help with cleanup. Oh, the Royal Champion is going to go down here. That is going to be crucial with time, but with 30 seconds remaining and only 5% left, Evechek is doing exactly what he needed to do here, keeping Tribe Gaming in it. It is an absolute nail-biter. Darkest MuZhan can still put this out of the way, but Tribe Gaming with the 3-star are not going down without a fight, Banks.
Tribe Gaming clutching on with all fingers and toes, trying to make it all the way through to the back end of this war, and Evechek making it that much more comfortable. Darkest MuZhan do have an opportunity here to close it out, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. But Woody, this is right down to the wire.
It all comes down to this. Ladies and gentlemen, the golden ticket is on the line. Darkest MuZhan and Tribe Gaming in a fight for their lives. 0.3% separates these two clans, and the last attack from Tai could end it all.
The Battle Blimp coming directly in towards the single, but the Black Bomb Swarm takes it out. Woody, he has to get the single target Inferno here, or it could be crucial for his Queen charge. Yet he might jump one way, and it looks like, oh, is he? He does not get it. That is crucial for this attack.
Defenses for Lexnos are holding on. Ty misses the single target Inferno, and that's a big dip there. Ty has got a really low percentage hit for Darkest MuZhan, only picked up a single 3-star with his very first attack. Can he do the unthinkable now and clinch victory with this final strike? Darkest MuZhan need those 13 stars. That would guarantee victory, but anything less opens the door wide for Tribe Gaming.
Ty is trying to keep himself calm here. The single target Inferno burning up the Queen. He has to use the freeze. He managed to get the balloon onto it as well. That is brilliant to help the Archer Queen take it down. I think he has rescued things a little bit here, Woody, but he had to use a freeze on the single that he never planned for in the initial planning phase. With the Queen now onto the Town Hall and momentarily the scatter, things are turning in Darkest MuZhan's favor here.
Great recovery from Ty, and as he sends in the hybrid army, the Grand Warden wanders in behind to protect. Royal Champion doing her best to keep them alive. The skeleton traps on defense are slowing things down, but not enough to deny this huge hit. Ground-based forces hopping over walls, burying underneath them, knocking down every single building in their path. The Archer Queen joins the fray and will support the rest of these troops as the healers stay right on her path to victory.
The final spells here by Ty, the heal and the freeze, are what could clutch this. With the single target Inferno, he has to swarm that with the Miners and the Hog Riders to protect the Royal Champion and use the heal and the freeze for the scatter shot on the back end. We are getting close here as the Miners are taking more damage. Has to use the heal, save onto the freeze for the back end, still has the Queen ability, still has the Royal Champion ability. It is getting close here for Darkest MuZhan. If they 3-star, they win it all, Woody.
Time is of the essence, and Ty's got plenty of it! Royal Champion knocks apart the Inferno! Freeze spells are doing exactly what he needs them to do! Sends in the shield, and that is it! It's all over! Ty from Darkest MuZhan is getting that triple, and his team will clutch the golden ticket!
15 seconds left for all of the Miners to swarm the rest of the buildings. 100%. He puts it out of the way of Tribe Gaming. They can catch up on stars, but percentage, they are not able to. Darkest MuZhan really putting up a good show here, getting the golden ticket. But let's see if Tribe Gaming can indeed go out with another 3-star, Woody.
They may be the once and future kings, but Tribe Gaming's day is not today. Behind in percentage, even a triple would not be enough to get them back up on top, and they are going to have to just do their best with what they've got left. Eve Maxey is going to finish off this war for Tribe, one of the world's competitors from last year. He is a long-time staple of this lineup. Picked up 2 triples in this Clash of Clans World Championship qualifier month, back-to-back of the last 2 wars, and is eager to do it again to send his team home happy. They won't get the golden ticket, but second place with such a narrow finish would mean a lot to them. Fans of Tribe Gaming cheering them on in the chat, sending all the energy they possibly can so that their heads can be held high as they march away from this battle.
Both teams can be incredibly proud of their performance throughout this qualifier, Woody, and Tribe Gaming really showcasing to us that these Super Witches are a formidable use of the brand new 20 army camp space, taking that 5th Super Witch. So here we have Eve Maxey driving directly in towards the Town Hall. Super Witches, healers, and balloons on track into the center of the base.
Perfection is the only thing that will get you onto the world stage. Tribe Gaming inching ever closer every single month. Opportunities in the semis, and now the grand finals have cemented them as a force to be reckoned with. But they have only got one more shot. Will they be able to move on next month? Their performance here in this last battle will shape their future destiny. Super Witches in the middle, once again the favorite of this squad, are doing their best to path through these walls. A tornado trap slows them down a bit, but they are getting raged back up. Single target Inferno locks, and there's only one free spell left. M.K.M.A chooses not to use it, and he lets one burn up there.
He is tearing apart this base, Woody. Tribe Gaming literally putting everything on the line here, making sure that Darkest MuZhan had to 3-star in their previous attack, which they did. M.K.M.A will be finishing us off in style. Free spell onto the Tesla and Archer Tower, but he's still got Super Witches and Big Boys surrounding this base. A fantastic performance by both teams here, Woody. You have to say that.
A grim march into the darkest dungeon for M.K.M.A, the biggest, heaviest hit he could possibly muster, and there are no buildings left standing from the enemy side. Darkest MuZhan have been tripled again, and M.K.M.A will take his team up to 13 stars, but 0.2% behind. Just a few buildings separates them from ignominious defeat, and the golden ticket now awarded to Darkest MuZhan.
Honestly, one of the most unbelievable endings to a grand final that we have seen so far this year. A fantastic display of top-level Clash of Clans from both taking part. Such a strong matchup to close out the weekend. Darkest MuZhan are going to be moving on to the World Finals with a short amount of time to assess their opponents and practice for the upcoming finals. Congratulations once again, but look at those stats. Does it get closer than that, Judo?
It certainly doesn't, and we have to say, to cast that war as viewers, it was incredible. Such performances by Darkest MuZhan and Tribe Gaming. You have to take your hat off to each and every one of the players.
That golden ticket will create such relief, but also remind our players that their journey is not over yet. The World Finals are almost here, and they need to recalibrate and refocus for that. But the stats don't lie. This team has persevered and come out victorious. Darkest MuZhan, congratulations once more. I mean, there's nothing more to say about that, so let's just break down one of the best attacks, and I'm going to send you over to Lady B at the Telestrator.
Thank you so much, Banks. The best attacks, that was just an incredible war, so it was hard to choose from. But what I did think was the phenomenal start of this war was Nick's raid. This set the momentum for such an intensely close match that I think you would all agree this clean attack was definitely one of the highlights to start off the war. So with this drag bat attack, when you're looking to do a dragon raid in general, you are looking for a nice straight path coming through the base because you want to spread out the damage coming to the dragons. You want that divided damage. And in order to create this, we do need to get our funnel set by using the heroes. So he starts off with a smart approach by dropping the Ice Golem to tank for the queen on one side. And this gives the queen just enough value to actually take on the enemy queen here at the bottom side of the base, just knocking her down. Now, the other side of this funnel here is used by the king. So he works his way down to create, again, that nice inside line of pathing that we want to see so the dragons can move straight through, taking on that divided damage as they move along. And we are going to see an early warden ability here. When you're looking at this, you want to be able to get that town hall down. You need a function for it. The drags have that easy path coming through, so it's an easy no-brainer for him. Warden ability goes off here, but look at the damage that they have coming in, which is going to be key for the bat part of this. And we're going to pause it here for a second just to highlight again what we're looking at. Scatter shots on the back end here. We have one on the opposite side, and we do have splash damage from the wizard tower as well that we're going to have to worry about for the bats. So he drops in the stone slammer here, and that is going to be helping distract some of the splash damage, eliminate it coming in so the dragons have an easier push moving along, but also eliminate some of that for the bats. And we get to see the bats with their momentum moving along. RC, the royal champion, tanking looking for that wizard tower here so he can disperse his freezes just a tad bit more, and he knows that scatter shot's not going to be easy to go down, so he really hangs on to those coming through, and the bats sweep across, and they are the clear victor of this raid because we saw so much value from our bats moving along. But again, when you're looking to do these dragon raids, think about the pathing that you're going to get. Make sure it's a nice, clear line moving in. And if you want to bring the assist of the bats, you have to look at the value you're going to get from your dragons, from your stone slammer, taking on some of the support of the back end splash damage. But you can also use your RC as well. Your royal champion is a key function there to help move that forward. And with that, we unfortunately do not see Tribe moving in with the victory. It is going to be Darkest MuZhan. So let's head back to the desk, talk to the guys there, and find out more about who the MVP is going to be.
Thank you so much, Lady B, for breaking down that attack. And from actually tallying up what happened, it was 486% total destruction to 485. One building separated that entire war, which is just unbelievable. And there you have it. Darkest MuZhan are going to be joining Alternate Attacks, Vatang, Nishang Dance, and Existence in the World Finals at the end of the year, where they're going to battle it out for the prize pool of $1 million. I mean, this MVP of who could you even call for the MVP? Judo, I'll come to you.
Well, I think there are so many players that could indeed be given this because every single attack is so pivotal. But you've got to say, for Darkest MuZhan, we're the MVP of last year's World Finals, is indeed our tournament MVP with 14 stars. Incredible stuff.
And Woody, I mean, would you expected that result? I mean, Way's just been so dominant throughout this whole weekend.
I would not have expected it. I mean, he's the second most likely in my book, but Nick over at Tribe Gaming with a perfect month, 5 3-stars, has also got a lot going for him. Congratulations once again to one of the most dominant players, Way, on the winning team. That makes him the MVP of the tournament today.
Yes, Darkest MuZhan, congratulations once again. You'll be advancing to the World Finals at the end of the year and a chance to battle it out for that $1 million prize pool. But thank you so much for joining us today. What a weekend we have had, and it keeps getting better each month. Thank you so much to Woody, Carbon Bash, Judo, Lady B, and Eric for all of your hard work, and for the production team for all of their tireless efforts. You know where we are going to be at the last live qualifier in 2 weeks' time. We're going to see who's going to claim that 6th golden ticket. So I will see you then. My name is Banks. I'll see you in 2 weeks.